I think we are live on the internet, and we are on YouTube. 2018 New York Toy Fair reaction and analysis. Y'all want to know my thoughts? Not just my thoughts today, ladies and gentlemen. We have two awesome co-hosts and possibly three coming. Right now, who do we have? Nick, JP Carntor from Raptor Squad. How are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. How you doing, Matt?
Dude, I am on cloud nine. And I also have my very good friend, Jay Jurassic. How are you, my friend?
Pretty good. Excited about all these toys coming out,
Yeah, man. We're about 10 minutes running behind. We had to go through some things. We had some snowstorms and stuff. We got about an inch over here. I don't know how much. New Jersey, boys. New Jersey. I don't know how much snow you got over there. So that's pretty cool. We're all East Coasters here. That's funny.
A lot of snow.
So today's format, we're going to be talking Mattel Jurassic, Lego Jurassic, Hasbro Star Wars, and Lego Star Wars. The chat's probably going to be lit, so we're not going to be paying too much attention to that. The only reason we can, or only way we can really answer you guys' questions is through donations or super chat down below, links in the description. But we're pretty much just going to get right into it. It's going to be like kind of a TV show type aspect. So, we're going to go format-wise. We're going to go Jurassic first, Mattel, and we're going to go from the littlest price to the highest priced. And we're going to go, actually, humans first, then dinosaurs, then vehicles. So, humans coming up first. Let's switch over. Alright. Let's show off some of these photos. And also have an itinerary. So, we got Chris Pratt. We got Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire. And we have a total of, what we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's actually 9, but we're not going to talk about leaks. We're only going to talk about the stuff that's officially been revealed at Toy Fair. So we're going to just do like initial thoughts and analysis and, of course, the price. And then if you, at the very end, would you buy it or not? So we'll go Nick, then Jay, then myself. So Nick, humans thoughts? Any of the guys that really stood out to you? Are you satisfied?
I'm actually really excited about the humans. Obviously, we haven't gotten any since the hybrid line, and that not Chris Pratt, the Owen figure was just god awful.
Yeah.
I think every single one released had like paint splotches that were like weird colors, like green that was on his arm that kind of looked like he just blew his nose all over his sleeve. So these look really promising. The hatchlings aren't my favorite. The Kenner ones had more, detailed color schemes, whereas these kind of look basic. But you know what? It's $7.99, and they do look great. Personally, I won't be buying the mercenaries because, to be honest with you, I don't see the point unless these guys somehow manage to be main characters. But the ones that I'm really looking forward to are the Owen that comes with baby blue, obviously. Claire looks pretty cool. Daniela Pinita's character, Zia, and Ted Levine's character looks awesome as well. I don't get why they gave us so many Owens. I guess, everybody wants a different Owen, but two of them don't come with hatchlings, which is kind of a little weird, in my opinion. But for the most part, we got what we asked for from Hasbro. And, obviously Mattel delivered on that. And the accessories look cool. They didn't give us like stupid weapons that like Hasbro was doing with the Star Wars line, and even Kenner was giving with the Series 1, Series 2 humans. So, I think they really did a pretty good job with these humans. I can't wait to see what the Series 2 has to offer.
How about you, Jay? What you think?
No, yeah, they look good, man. Anything. They could have just put arms and legs together with a couple of heads, and it would look better than what we got for that hybrid pack. It was, dude. I think Brad just bought one of those Owens or got it for like nothing. They had no head, dude, and
That's
I saw
amazing.
that on the shelves. Like, there's so many of those Owens that had no heads. No, another friend of mine on Instagram, Ecto Gaza, he opened the package. He was excited to get the Owen figure. And he did a video of him opening the package up, and when he did, his arm fell off. Like, Like, dude, they were
That's
awful.
amazing.
You know what I mean?
Wait, was that Nathan Vader?
No,
Oh.
Ectogaza.
Okay, because
Yeah, Garrett.
I saw Nathan Vader had like one without an arm. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. That's so good.
Yeah, too many people out there that had that going on. It was those figures were that one figure. I can't even make that plural, dude. A whole line with no just one figure, and that's because that came out with that hybrid line, you know, and it was just awful. But these figures look great, and like Carnosaur said, the weapons look logical. You know what I mean? They look like weapons that they probably use in the film, or even if they don't use those weapons, they look like weapons they can actually carry. Kenner, you know, I love Kenner, but their weapons were ridiculous. Like you put them on the figures, they would fall over. Especially like I think it was Series 2 Grant with that. He had like this kind of like animal dinosaur trainer kind of thing
The
going
bolo
on.
launcher.
Yeah, dude, how heavy is
Yeah.
that pack on him? Like
That
you
thing
have
is
to.
awful.
It is, and it doesn't even launch that high up to catch a pteranodon, which is supposedly what's supposed to do. I don't know, but these weapons are great. That like certain characters look great too, and I don't know why there's so many Owens.
Yeah.
I think I would go for the one with the baby blue, and maybe that other one that he has like the scratches on him, but the one that's like dinosaur trainer Owen and he has like armor and stuff. I'm like, nah, maybe
Yeah,
not.
I don't get that. He's got like this like what did Joey call him, Nick? The from episode 1? What shield?
Oh, the Gungan shield.
The Gungan shield. He has a Gungan shield. Oh yeah, I don't get that. It looks like a build-a Batman like with the armor. And you know what the really messed up thing is that like blue shirt Owen. We're gonna talk about the story packs later because that's in the dinosaur section. Those are $15. This is so close to the Raptor trainer Owen, but it's missing the little gauntlet. You could probably say that the silver armor is a gauntlet piece, but it's not the same. It's brown. It's a different color. It's a different figure slightly. It has a superior head sculpt to the story pack one, so I might buy it. But like, there's 4 Owens. It's just like, oh my god, it's turning into Star Wars.
There's a lot of Owens.
All right, so
there was a lot of Grants in the original line.
that's
too,
true.
though.
There's what, 3? There was the first one, Series 2, and then there's 2 Series 2s. And then there was like 3 in Jurassic Park 3, I think.
Mm-hmm. The motorcycle one, the one with the Cumpies, and the other one that they came with like a regular dinosaur. I think it was like a raptor.
Yeah, don't forget the one that comes with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that one. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you did?
Yeah, with the female raptor. That's
Yeah.
that one's actually pretty cool.
So something I really wanted was like, you know, Kenner-esque, and that's cool that we get the hatchlings. But one thing I wanted, and I'm showing this mercenary right now on screen, was more points of articulation, because I just absolutely dread the damn Hasbro 3 3/4 inch figures. I find them to be just awful. 5 points of articulation, excuse me. And Mattel here, they've added knees, so there's 2 extra points of articulation. There's also hips. There's a hinge there. There's 2 extra points. And then there's also elbows, so there's an extra 2. That's freaking incredible.
Right.
And the greatest part is, these things are $8. They're rumored to be, what, $10? $8?
I think they were, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That's a great value. I'm looking at this Dimorphodon, the hatchling. It's just painted one color. That sucks, but the blue, it looks like it's painted well. Claire with the Stegosaurus. It's 2-tone paint. I mean, they're serviceable. So, Nick, why wouldn't you want to buy the mercenaries?
Well, as you know, there's a lot of items in this line.
That's
So
true,
if I can
yeah.
cut costs on minor stuff, you know, if the mercenaries go on clearance or something like that, I would definitely be willing to pick them up. I mean, I don't know. I got to see these in stores. You know, right now I'm saying no, but, you know, when they release April 16th, I'm sure I'll just grab whatever's on the shelf and throw it in a cart and just, you know, go. But, you know, you got to pick and choose some of these items because, you know, a lot of them are fantastic. And then there's some that are just, you know, okay. And that's, in my opinion, the mercenaries. But I think before we move on from the humans, we got to talk about the reveal from last night with Alan Grant from the classic line.
Yeah, let me pull up that photo. Let's see if I got it here. You can go ahead, keep talking. I'll pull up the photo here.
Sweet. Right. So yeah, they showed the entire Jurassic family, I guess you could say, in one picture for the toy line, and they released a picture of the classic line Alan Grant, which surprisingly they haven't shown off at Toy Fair yet. And some people are saying we may see them tomorrow or sometime between now and the end of Toy Fair. But the Grant looks incredible. I mean, you could see all points of articulation being shown there. You could see there's actually a compy on his arm, which it's really hard to see because of the green raptor behind him.
Right.
But it's there. I mean, it looks incredible. Mattel is really stepping it up.
Now, what do you guys think of the new 3 3/4 inch? And it metals well with Reaction and Star Wars, but not with our old Kenner toys.
I guess, Jay, you could start with that one.
Wait, I didn't. I was actually looking at the picture trying to see what's that green raptor behind him. But what? Sorry, what'd you say?
Okay, so we'll show off that in a second. Yeah, these are like mostly classics. We got it looks like a different raptor than we've been seeing. We got the classic Dilophosaurus. A Cyclops, that one's included though. So, but this Pachycephalosaurus is new. It looks like Lost World 1. Gallimimus I think's been shown. But yeah, there's some classic things here. But my question was, and for discussion, what do you think of 3 3/4 inch versus 4 1/4, which was Kenner's? It doesn't mesh well with our old collection, meaning we have probably have to buy all our new stuff. However, it could be better sculpts, more accuracy in the faces. Also meshes well with the 3 3/4 inch Reaction, like Alien, Terminator. Though they got some stuff, even Stranger Things, and Suicide Squad, and also Star Wars. So what do you think of 3 3/4 inch versus 4 1/4 inch?
I was always used to the old Kenner line type of figures, but like even as a kid, I always thought the figures themselves were too big in scale with the dinosaurs. If I'd watch the movie and then I look at like the T-Rex and I'm like, well, the T-Rex's skull is way bigger than it should be than this Muldoon figure or this raptor. So I feel like in scale these figures will go better with the dinosaurs if they keep the dinosaurs at the same scale as Kenner or like what we had before. But the humans, if they shrunk down a little bit more, they would actually go better.
Yeah,
I feel within scale with all the dinosaurs, they'll go great with even the older ones. You put one next to like a Series 1 Velociraptor, or you put one next to like the Red Rex, and they'll look great. That's what I kind of saw with like the JP3 ones, but the JP3 ones were just bad. I didn't like how they were. But like the size of the figures were cool. I was like, okay, that doesn't go bad with that one, or that one works, So I think it's a good way to go. I think so. Even though I do love the classic look of the other ones, but I mean, whatever. It's not. Yeah. I'm not really sitting there playing with these dinosaurs and figures anymore. I'm just collecting them.
Nick, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree with you guys. I think it's time for us to get out with the old and in with the new. Obviously, most of the toys these days are either in a 6-inch scale or 3 3/4 inch. So I think we all saw this coming. It's a little unfortunate that it's not going to match up exactly. But then again, you got to remember that the Kenner figures were from 20 years ago, and that was kind of the norm for that time. And now we're getting 3 3/4 inch, but everything's in scale. And I love how Mattel did this with the scaling. Everything fits. Everything looks perfect next to each other in proportions. So, I mean, I think they're definitely going in the right direction, especially because they're super articulated. They're really just blowing it out of the water with everything, especially these humans.
The reason why I mean, it was tough because I don't know. My hands are huge, so I like the 4 1/4 for like photography and stuff like that. But I think as a kid, 3 3/4 inch makes more sense. Number one. Number two, the biggest reason for me is if they're smaller, that means Mattel can make more for less money, and everything revolves around them. So if you can fit them in a vehicle, the vehicles can be smaller. They can cost less. Then as a collector or as a kid, you can buy more. Same with dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs can be smaller and have Mattel cost less. And you look at the prices, it all makes sense. Like $8 for three, and then like we're gonna get into the dinosaurs here. They're cheap, so I think the ecosystem is works well. And Mattel did a good job. So our last bit for the humans is, would you buy certain ones? So I got the list. So we got Owen with Baby Blue, Nick, and then Jay, then myself. Owen with Baby Blue for $8. Yay or nay?
Absolutely.
Yay.
All right, got Owen Raptor Trainer, which I assume is I'm assuming Owen Raptor Trainer is the one with the vest, and I have it on the screen right now with like 2 weapons. It's like a gun and like a little stick thing. With the scratches.
Right.
Would that be a yes or no for $8?
I'd have to wait to see it in stores. That one's more favorable than the other one with no vest.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I'd probably go for that one more than the one without the vest as well.
All right, we have Mercenary with a Tranquilizer, which I assume is the one with the Dimorphodon, the yellow vest. Nick, yay or nay?
I'm gonna say nay for that one.
All right, Jay.
Yeah, like I'm being very very selective of this line, so like I think I'm gonna go for the main characters for the time being as well. So,
All right, so
I'm gonna say nay.
you guys are gonna say nay for the Mercenary with the Ankylosaurus and the Capture Claw. With the
Yeah.
I don't know. Ankylosaurus is like one of my favorites, so maybe, but
the
probably a
Merc
nay still.
the Merc looks cool because he has sunglasses. But all right, and then we got Claire with the Stegosaurus.
Yay for me.
Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
yes.
And then Owen Lockwood Battle, which is, I assume, this one with just the shirt, this little shield and armor. That's a no.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
How about Zia Rodriguez with the Triceratops?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say yay on that one.
Oh yeah, me too, baby. Oh, I love that chick. And Wheatley, Ted.
You know what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what it is too, though? Female figures are always going to be difficult to get to because we all know how difficult it was to get the Sarah Harding figure.
That's
For
true.
this Lost World.
That's true.
So if I think if I see her or Claire probably they're going to push more, but
Yeah.
her she's probably going to be a rare one.
Yeah, there's a second Claire we're gonna show off here for the story packs. But I don't know. There's like the what's that? Save the Dinosaurs, whatever website, the viral site.
Mhm.
There's like a profile photo of her, and I like just jaw dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, this chick is so gorgeous. I need to own her action figure. So Ted Levine is next. Wheatley Dino Trophy Hunter with the gun and his little satchel for the gun or whatever. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Say yay.
All right, and my opinion for all these for $8, I'm buying all of them because I'm a whore. I don't know. So we're gonna go into dinos next. We're gonna go from lowest price to highest price. That means we're gonna do mini dinos first. Oh God.
Was that the 3-pack ones?
So we're gonna do both. We're gonna do the mini dinos, which is just one dino for $3.50, and then the 3-packs for $10. So we're gonna do mini dinos first. There's 28 of them. They got T-Rex, Blue, Stegosaurus, Pteranodon, Carnotaurus, Baryonyx, Apatosaurus. They all have like an articulation, and I'm assuming maybe an action feature somehow, but they at least move in one spot. And these are cool because they're better than the crap we've gotten from Hasbro. And even like Kenner just had like mini statues like these guys, but these have articulation, which is cool, but I'm still not into them. So one of you guys could take over talking about if you like them or not. I don't know.
I guess I'll take over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I will go for these guys. I might, because I remember the Diecast when I was a kid. I didn't even want them. You know, those little Diecast ones from the original line, and now I am like actively hunting down the Diecast ones. So I don't know. I might go for them, or it just depends. Because really, I just want to go for like the main line, really. And these are just like little mini figures that like. I rather go for the actual, like legit, larger dinosaur for the line than these little ones. But yeah, I don't know. If they go like like Carter said earlier, that if they go like on clearance later down the line, like the mercenary figures, then I'll probably pick them up. But
50
most likely,
cents.
yeah, basically. Because I got the ones from, the ones they came in the bags, the blind bags.
Oh God,
from Walmart.
yeah. I wanted to buy those. I'm glad I didn't.
I got those, and it's just like, oh, okay, like I'm actually like gonna sell them now. Like I don't even want them anymore.
Yeah, because these are way better.
Those are better, so maybe I'll sell that and whatever and get these. But these are not like my main concern, though. I would say that.
Nick, how about you?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Jay. I mean, they're cooler than the Jurassic World ones. I bought the blind bags, and I regret doing that because they're all junk. But these are okay. I mean, there's some that I like the Ankylosaurus looks pretty cool. The Dilo looks pretty cool, but I can only see myself probably buying one of them just to see what they're like. And other than that, I probably won't go for them unless they're dirt cheap.
Now, the only reason I would ever buy these things is because I'm assuming they are same size-ish as the hatchlings, and these are just better versions of the hatchlings. So
Right.
in a way, that's actually pretty cool because you can have a hatchling that's better than the the one that's included for $8. So that's really awesome that they kind of did a homage in a way to Kenner. So I appreciate that, but I'm not gonna buy them. My friend was like, "Oh my God, they are so cool. Just wait. I love them so much." And I'm seeing these. I'm like, I don't know. But they're $3.50 a piece, and then they got, I guess, a mini, which I'm showing right now on screen. They got 3 packs of them for $10 instead of one for $3.49. So I think looks like there's three packs for $10. So if you're into that thing, great. By the way, Jay, I'm selling German Kenner Diecast. So if you want a T-Rex or a Dimetrodon or whatever I have, I'll let you know what I got. They're just German carded though, but they're brand new.
I don't care.
They're brand new on card. Oh, all right.
Yeah, well, I'm a collector, but I'm not one of those really, really, really picky collectors. It's like, oh no, I want this has to be this way. Nah.
Yeah.
And it's JP, it's fine. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. Maybe I'll send it to you. But the coolest thing about the Kenner ones, they had the trading cards, but for $3.50, I assume these will not. So
No.
I don't know. I mean, I think this is great. Just real quick, wrapping this up. I think these are great for people who can't afford really expensive items from Mattel or Lego. So that's a really good option for people who kind of dollar store shopping type of deal. So
It might just be me. There's so much stuff. I might just end up getting these.
oh my
I'm
God,
talking so much crap about them. But
that's true. I'm so broke. What can I get from Mattel? I gotta get the mini dinos, I guess. All right. I thought they were gonna be basic figures that were called something other than the attack packs, but I guess there's only the attack packs. So we're switching into the $10 basic figures. Great thing about these figures are articulated, which is good. The paint's okay. The sculpt is decent. There's quite a bit on display here. They're $10. The packaging's pretty awesome. We got Dilophosaurus on screen right now. The coolest, greatest thing is 1 scale, 1/18 scale. So you're not gonna see Hasbro's garbage. You're going to see a monstrous Dilophosaurus. The Dilophosaurus you're going to get is with the basic. It's going to be small. It's going to be the size of a human. And I think that's freaking great. So, and the Dimorphodon's really small. Got Dimorphodon on screen right now. The Dimorphodon Growler is freaking huge, man. It was so big. I mean, it was a cool toy because it was electronic or whatever, but I don't know. This Mattel one just looks better because it's in scale with humans. So anyone want to talk?
Oh, I was waiting on somebody. Okay, I'll take over. Yeah, I completely agree with you with that Dimorphodon. You see the one that takes down Owen in the movie, and it's they're not that big. Dimorphodons
Yeah.
and most of those like small pterosaurs that have like that little like devil tail, like Rhamphorhynchus is another one. I'm pretty sure I said that name right. Maybe I said it wrong.
It's fine. I'm
I
not
don't know,
judging
whatever. Those small pterosaurs were small, dude. They were just like hawks and falcons, you know. And the one they made for Hasbro was it like the king of the Dimorphodons or something?
It
Like
was
the super mutated
yeah. It was
one?
like 10 inches. It was pretty big, man.
Dude, it was as big as the Pteranodons from JP3 line. Like it was awful. These ones look great, and they have like the body structure and everything looks exactly kind of like, and they even have the little like hair filaments, but on the back. If you look at it, it's sick. Like I think they're doing a really good job. They're really paying attention to like what the dinosaurs look like in the movie. Of course, they took some artistic freedom licenses with it, but like. You know, not compared to what Hasbro was doing. Hasbro was just like, "What? That's the movie? Don't worry, we don't need to see it.
I
We got our
know.
own imagination."
Oh my god, no! That's one of the biggest things that's bugged me since Jurassic Park 3 is just the scales all over the place.
Dude, they were just like, "Hey guys, where is our team of artists for this line? All right, get all the books from the 1980s. That's where we're gonna like base our dinosaurs off of."
That's great.
Like, how awful was a T-Rex? And like you watch the movie, you know it has a round pupil. Why would you give it a reptilian like slit type of pupil? Like, yeah, it was just little details like that bothered me so much. And like these guys are paying attention. This is what I like. This is a good line. These are good sized toys. You know, they line up well with the figures.
Right.
And if you seen some of the like the leaks as well from I don't know if you guys saw some of those with the Dilophosaur, color scheme's pretty on point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So switching to the Dilo, Nick, what do you think? I got the on screen right now. The paint job. You get the little spitter action. Looks like.
Is it? I actually can't see the screen. Is it the one that looks more like the JP version, or the one that's kind of basic?
It's basic. It's green. It's like a teal green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, these pack attacks aren't the most appealing, and you said they're $9.99.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's what I think they are, at least.
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of this is what I mean by hit and miss. You know, there's some of them that are really cool. There's one Dilo that was pictured that has like a more detailed frill. That kind of looks pretty cool.
Oh, I got it. It's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the classic JP version, which I think would be a pack attack that's next to the Jeep in that group photo.
Yeah, that's a pack attack for sure.
Definite buy.
That one's amazing. I'm buying like 2 of those, dude.
Right. That'll be the only one I buy out of the Dilophosaurus because, you know, the other 2 are mediocre at best. But if you look at the one that's kind of basic, it's got very similar colors to the leaked, potentially animatronic. Some people are saying it's a statue. Either way, they kind of based it off of whatever that was from the film.
Mm-hmm.
So that might mean Dilophosaurus is going to be in the movie. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't like those. And remember a couple weeks ago when they first showed a picture of it, it looked awful. I mean, the colors were really, really bland. It was like a 2-tone color. They kind of spruced it up a little bit in these pictures, but I mean, by far the best one is the classic JP version.
All right, I'm going to try to add Victoria to the call. She's going to join us. Who wants to... all right, Victoria, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on?
All right, we have Victoria's Cantina. Yay!
Hey.
You just joined us to talk about the basic dinosaurs right now. So we're going to talk about the Raptor. We got basic blue. And we got the green Cyclops. So, green Cyclops. Anybody want to talk about this?
Skip it.
Skip it.
Skip it. Skip it.
You poor Cyclops. Or do we want to talk about basic blue then for $10? She looks okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, her feet's big. Yeah, her claws are big. But, I mean, the head looks good. It looks better probably than the pack attack. I don't know. There's not...
Are we...
wait,
are we talking about the one that comes with Owen?
Yeah, I meant the story... My bad, I meant the story pack one. So,
that one's perfect.
But what do you think? Aren't the feet too big for that one, too?
Yeah, it's too big, but the proportions are better than the Pack Attack version, and it looks more detailed. The colors are there. That one's gonna be worth the money. You know, you're spending $15 for that pack, or not the Pack Attack, the story pack, and you're getting an Owen figure in the blue, whereas you're spending $10 for the Pack Attack blue, and that thing looks awful.
I think
they don't even continue the stripe down the tail.
I think that's true. I think the thing with the Pack Attack is, compared to the story pack, the Pack Attack, I think sculpt wise, I don't know, it looks fine. We're gonna talk about the story pack right after because it's $15. A story pack, I said it right. I think the story pack has this action feature where the feet you can it can jump, but I think the legs are so freaking big that it just looks like crap. I don't know. I like the attack pack.
Really?
I don't know. It's $10 if it's $10.
We're talking the same one that leaked a couple weeks ago with the Dilophosaurus, right?
No leaks. The one that you got, I got photos of it. It looks better. All right, want to move on to the Stygimoloch attack pack, $10, Stygimoloch. Cause that. Say what, Jay?
I said Stiggy. It's a Stiggy.
What did you think of the Stiggy?
He looks pretty cool, but does he have also like big feet too?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the in package. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, in package he looks all right. You know what I mean?
He might have big feet. You might be right.
They do.
Jay.
They do suffer from like bland coloring and whatnot, but if I feel like since we're seeing them in the packages, they I don't know, they seem like they might have a good amount of detail on them though. The Dimorphodons look awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then there's also a Heratosaurus there.
Yeah, I got him on. Yeah, I got him on
red
screen right now. He looks okay. What do you think?
His mouth looks like unhinged though. Like it looks like a horror monster. But it's cool to have that. Like it's cool to actually have a Heratosaurus in like.
Right.
He was featured on the. I think he was featured on the original map, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, on the original park map of Jurassic Park, and he was in the video game. And to have one actually a figure of now, like even though he doesn't look amazing, but whatever, it's cool to have him. I probably get him just because there's never been one before, you know. So even though he does look like the Joker of the dinosaurs, though. Look at him.
I mean, yeah, no,
I think it's great that they're referencing the previous games. Like they kind of gave it the same color scheme as the Heratosaurus from the Telltale game, and it's great that Mattel is going back to the original film and stuff like that to include these things. I mean, that Heratosaurus, doesn't look the most appealing, but like Jay said, I think that's definitely something I think a lot of collectors are going to get because it's the first time it's ever been in the toy line.
Vicky, are you interested at all in it or no? Any of these $10 dinosaurs?
The $10 dinos. Are you guys on the Entertainment Weekly website?
I'm on the attack. I got photos of Jurassic Outpost. Chris likes dinos photos. So
the Outpost stuff.
The attack pack. So I got like a Gallimimus on screen right now. I don't know. The Gallimimus Series 2, in my opinion, is not that good. Like it's so overrated. The paint job is crazy, but I mean it's cool for like kids and stuff. But like accurate wise, just like ugh, and it doesn't look a thing like the Gallimimus from the movie. Or I guess World and Jurassic Park.
Pretty ugly.
But the Gallimimus here for I'm assuming to be $10. Yeah, the paint doesn't go down the rest of the tail, but $10. The sculpt looks pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
I'd buy a couple of these.
Yeah. I was nervous about this one because the leaked pictures looked awful.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it didn't look like this.
No, I mean it's not great, but.
Well, that face there, that is a JP Gallimimus face.
No, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like it's comparing it to the Series 2. Like even though the Series 2 is like really like, I don't know why it gets the price points that it does, but I have 3 of them, and they they're cool looking or whatever, but their face are god awful.
I would sell them right now. You could buy like 300 of these.
It's tempting. It really is. But these are. This is nice though. I like the way this Gallimimus looks. I
Yeah.
personally I do. I think this is one I would get probably out of the $10 ones.
All right, so we got. I'll go from Nick to Jay to Victoria to myself. So we got just Blue, the Cyclops, the Dilophosaurus. I guess there's the green one and then the blue one. The Gallimimus, the two Dimorphodons. One's like a beige and one's like a dark navy or a slate gray. And then the Harar and then the Stygie. So out of all those, Nick, for $10, I'm assuming to be $10. Would you pick up any of them for 10?
I'll probably get the Hararosaurus, the Stygie, the classic line JP Dilophosaurus variant, and then I think you forgot to mention that one of the raptors is supposed to be the TLW male Velociraptor.
Yeah, so I only
depending on that how that one looks.
Yeah, there's a photo, but it wasn't really shown off anywhere besides the back of the packaging, which I'm showing off right now for the live stream. I'm picking up like 3 of those guys because I think there's 3 in the film. So that looks awesome. Oh my god, I'm waiting for like my whole life because those are probably my favorite raptors. I don't know because the paint job. All raptors from Jurassic Park are awesome, but this paint job is something you've been waiting for like your whole life. I don't know, but it wasn't shown officially. So I just like what was shown officially. What would you buy?
Of those shown officially, yeah, the Dilo, the Hararosaurus, the Stygie, and probably the Gallimimus.
All right, Jay, how about you?
Definitely the Harasaurus, just because it's never been done before. Also the Stygie, because it's never been done before. The Dimorphodons, definitely like. Do they come like in a 2-pack?
I don't know if I had to pick one. I don't know. That's a great question. But if I had to say, I'd say maybe 1 apiece. But I wouldn't put it past 2, like the Coelophysis Kenner did, because they're small.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But I don't know because they weren't seen in packaging. So.
Yeah, so like I guess like even if they come single or 2-pack, whatever, definitely those Dimorphodons because they look spot on to like. You know what I mean they don't look exactly, but like they're sculpted their face and their body. It's pretty well done. I think I would pass on that green raptor. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it does.
Even though I do like the Cyclops raptor, I do. I always thought it was a really weird, cool dinosaur. I always made it out to be like I don't know, like the old raptor that got kicked out of the group that's on its own, like a Ronin, you know. But I think if anything, I'd probably get that one last if I really wanted to be a completist. The Gallimimus, definitely. What was another one? The Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dilophosaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs. He used to not be, but I've drawn him so many times, and I love drawing him that he actually, from me drawing him, he actually became a favorite of mine.
Yeah, he looks really cool.
Yeah, he's never been one like the ones. Like, I know there's a lot of fans that love him from the movie itself, but he actually grew on me to become a favorite of mine after drawing him so many times. What was another one they had on there? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all of them. Yeah. Victoria, how about you? Any of these are enticing or no?
So just to clarify, these are the 3-packs, the $10 ones.
Attack pack. These are I got them on screen right now. Like they're the basic figures. They got like blue, the green Cyclops, Harar, the Stygie Moloch. They got a blue Dilo, a green Dilo, and the 2 little Dimorphodons.
Yeah, I think I see what you're talking about. Yeah, those look interesting. I mean, for $10, that's a very attractive price point. Kind of comparable to the Bashers and Biters from the Jurassic World line. So I don't know if I were to pick any of these up, they probably wouldn't be the primary focus of what I would purchase. But I do like the look of the Dimorphodons. I like the pose that they put them in. Those look kind of fun.
Right.
And probably the Stygie Moloch looks, I mean, it's an interesting design. It's different from what we've seen before. So I think I might go for that as well.
I think I'm going to get everything but that Cyclops. So, was it Jay that said that? I don't know about that thing, but I think I'll pick up all of them. I don't know if I don't like the Harar. I don't know. Maybe I'll get rid of it, but If they are $10, like you said, Vicky, Basher Biter equivalent, and they look better. And also, no screw holes. God bless Mattel. God. All right, so next thing up on the itinerary is the.
Oh wait, Matt.
Go ahead.
You forgot two of them.
Which ones?
Actually, I just looked back at a picture. The Minmi and the Protoceratops.
Oh yeah, so let's pull up that photo here. Yeah, they're in where is it? It's in like.
They have a Protoceratops in the line.
So we got a photo here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Protoceratops.
It's awful though.
Yeah, so Jay, if you look, I believe it's right here. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of photos of that like second story, wherever the hell they were in New York, but there's like nothing really much photo or video wise of the diorama they have. So, and you can also see, I think that might be a Ankylosaurus or something over here to the left because there's no club tail. It might be a different.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's the Minmi.
Okay, and then the Stygie, and then the Galley is on the right. But that's photo 1, and then photo 2 is this photo is probably. Yeah, that's blurry as hell, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't know, they like showed some in this diorama that's not on that display that I didn't really appreciate. I want to see the Ceratosaurus. I want to see that Pachyrhino, whatever the hell that's in the back there. I guess Chris Likesdown said it's not a Pachyrhinosaurus anymore, according to Universal, so whatever. But yeah, there's a Protoceratops, whatever the hell that armored dinosaur is. That's apparently not an Ankylo, and then looks like there's go ahead. Someone's gonna say something.
Is it a Euophilocephalus?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah. See, I need to get brushed back to my dinosaurs. But assuming to be $10. I wish they would have shown off more of that, or people posted more higher quality photos. All right, so next up is the story packs. So these things are $15. We're only gonna get 2, I guess, right now. You get Owen with Raptor Blue, and you get Claire with the Gyrosphere. And these are different figures than the figures we showed off earlier, which is the basic figure assortment. They have different outfits. I'm going to show off the head scans here in a second. They look actually worse than the basic figure assortment for some reason. But Gyrosphere with Claire, Owen with Blue. Blue, if you look at the live stream, the blue band, the head looks worse. I don't know. It looks worse than the basic. And the feet are freaking huge. Let me see if I get a photo. Here you go. That, like, I don't know how you can be like, I like this one over the basic, because I look at this, I'm like, oh god damn, shit. But it has apparently a forward leap action feature. So I don't know. I'll probably pick it up because it's got the Owen. The packaging's pretty sweet. It's $15. All right, I got the official photo up here right now. You can see what Blue looks like. I guess when the mouth open, it doesn't look too bad. The feet are just so freaking big. All right, Nick, what do you think of these?
I think they're a pretty decent value. You know, for $15, you're getting a human figure and you're getting the dinosaur. You know, I think I'm gonna skip the blue for the basic, obviously. So I'm probably gonna buy this pack instead. I'm kind of bummed that there's no like capture gear or weapons that come with any of the humans that come with it. But I mean, you know, it's $15, so I'll probably wind up picking both up just because the Gyrosphere looks great. The Claire figure actually looks better than the one that's coming with the Stegosaur hatchling. And the Owen figure looks pretty decent too. So, I mean, you know, I don't think they're a bad deal, but I don't think they're going to fly off shelves.
Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, if I'd probably, you know how we were talking about that one figure of Owen with all that like gear that he had, like the protective gear and that
I'll show it off here.
Yeah, so like if you get that Owen and he has the gauntlet on him and he brings blue, there's no point in getting that other Owen unless you want to really be a completist, which I'm actually fighting that for this type of line because it's just too much. There's a lot. So like I probably would get that one with the Raptor because you got him with the gauntlet, and see it's the same kind of figure almost, you know.
Yeah, you're right about the head sculpts.
Yeah.
Look better. The basic the figure ones, not the story ones. But whatever, I'd probably get that one, and definitely get the Claire with the gyrosphere. Because you can fit 2 figures in there, and you can intertwine like the figures. You don't have to actually put Claire always in there. Anybody else from figure.
Victoria, what do you think?
I am definitely getting those. I really like the fact that, for $15, you can get a sizable accessory, particularly when you look at the gyrosphere. I mean, it looks like it seats 2 figures, and it's got a Claire figure, which I know a lot of people. I mean, I've really been wanting that for the last few years, and then Owen with Blue. The feet are really big, but I guess at the end of the day, you got to kind of ask yourself, well, would I prefer, a Hasbro style dinosaur with tiny feet that doesn't balance, or accurate feet that doesn't balance and falls over all the time, or make a concession and say, hey, the feet are going to be a little bit larger than they should be, but at least it's going to stay on my shelf.
Yeah, and no sickle
so in that
claws.
respect, I do like these. Oh yeah, totally.
God, what a ball dropper. Has anyone noticed the crack on the gyrosphere? Is anyone bothered by that? I'm kind of bothered by it a little bit. I don't know.
A little bit, yeah.
I wish it was just like clear. I don't know, but the coolest thing is it's a 2-seater, and it looks like it has little hooks for the figures, so they'll stay in place. That's awesome. Like if Hasbro made that, they already had and they messed it up. But if they remade it, they would just have like a one. They would just have a 1-seater, and because what did they make for that? Was that a Tyrannosaurus lockdown playset? They made a gyrosphere the size of a gumball, like. It was like a paper, like cardboard cut out of a mercenary.
Oh my god.
Mercenary.
So I'm gonna show off this Claire, and then we can say if we want to buy it or not. So that was the Claire from the gyrosphere, and here's the Claire face sculpt from the basic figure. The outfit's different, but the head scan is so much better for this $8 figure than the story pack. The story pack doesn't even look like Bryce Dallas Howard. And then the one with the basic, it looks just like her. So yeah, I assume it's a $15 price point. They're going to cheapen out a little bit. Unless this isn't final, and they're going to have a better head scan or head sculpt. They pop that on with this story pack. But $15, I guess. Whatever. You guys kind of already said it. You're going to buy both, essentially. But
oh yeah.
So everyone's going to be buying both or no?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna be buying both too. I mean, it's $15. Screw it, why not? Something.
And she's got the Stegosaurus, so.
Yeah, for $8. And she has like some kind of radio or something for the $8 bit. But those are 2 different setups for outfit wise, so why not? Next on the list is the Rip and Run, I guess, dinosaurs, which you can like barely see them in the photos. So I don't know if these have prices or not. But let me see if I can pull up a photo here. No one really showed these off. I guess everybody was excited about the other items shown. Do I even have a photo of the Rip and Runs? There's somewhere. Maybe we should just screw them because I don't have my photos here. But they're like these little like. Oh yeah, I do. Let me find. Here we go. All right. So, the Rip and Runs essentially, you pull a tab, and then you got Blue, and then you got Owen, and they're like really big. They're not in. Well, at least the Blue is huge, but Owen and his motorcycle may be in scale, to the 3 3/4 inch, but it might not be. I don't have a ruler. I wasn't at Toy Fair. I don't know, but. Looks better than the Owen Alpha Raptor pack, I guess. I mean, we've seen the leaks of it, but there's really not too many great photos, so I can only show you like a screen cap of some guy's like YouTube video he filmed vertically. Yeah. So, Nick, do you have any thoughts about these or no?
I mean, it's a cool concept. I'm sure kids will enjoy it, but it's not for me. I definitely won't be buying any of them.
How about you, Jay?
Same thing. I don't think I would get them. It kind of reminds me of like I don't know if you guys ever bought the animated series Batman toys, and there was one that like a Batman on the motorcycle, and you kind of like you ran the motorcycle backwards, and then it was cool. It had the bike, you know, but it wasn't. It That's what this reminds me of. No, not for me.
How about you, Vicky?
No, I'm gonna pass on these probably. I mean, unless I found them by chance like on clearance. But I mean, it just reminds me of like back in the day. I remember having like a real Ghostbusters, like a purple ghost that had a ripcord. And then later, I remember having a Star Wars, like a speeder bike that had one, and it's just kind of like the kind of thing where I always lose the darn ripcords. So, yeah, definitely a pass.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I would get Owen in the motorcycle, but I don't know if it's not in scale with the 3 3/4 inch. I'll probably just wait for them to make a motorcycle separately. I don't know, because I sold my I didn't sell. I think I just gave it to Lord Christine, my Alpha Raptor pack. Do you know what she did with it, Jay?
Not even worth it.
No, I sold her like a Terran Mimus and I just threw it in there. I was like, "Do you want the box?" She's like, "I don't care." I was like, "All right, I'll throw out the box. It'll be easier for shipping." But do you know what she did with it, Jay?
What'd you do?
Well, I don't think it's safe for talking, but she did something absolutely hilarious that Owen like was happy on video. I'll just put it that way. That she, and it includes like mayonnaise. I think you can get my drift now.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. Oh my god. Rip and run. All right, no one really likes him. On to the good stuff. The Roarivores, aka the way better versions of the Growlers. I don't know why there's so many Metro Cantha or whatever the hell you pronounce it photos Chris Likes Dinos took, but we have ourselves assortment of dinosaur action inspired by the movie, features push button sound activation as signature attack move iconic to its respective species for $15. Triceratops, Baryonyx, Metriacantho, Allosaurus, Ankylo, Ceratosaurus, Pteranodon, Pachyrhinosaurus. Nick, what do you think?
They're all awful. I'm not going to get any of them.
Right,
Nah,
good job,
I'm only
troll.
kidding. These are just, you know, they couldn't have gotten better than this. They're all phenomenal. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the Allosaurus. That one to me is very cartoonish. But I still think that one's, you know, 10 times better than any Hasbro Growler. I mean, they all look fantastic. That Ankylosaurus is gorgeous. It's finally the right proportions, the right neutral pose. That one is going to be a phenomenal figure. I can just tell right now. I mean, the Pteranodon is a huge improvement from the one that we got from Hasbro. This one actually has a crest. It looks like a Pteranodon. It's really nice. The Ceratosaurus is simply amazing. I don't think it's going to look exactly like it does at Toy Fair, though, in the final product, because the one at Toy Fair looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Pachyrhino, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, every single one of these is welcome. I guess I could speak for every collector in saying that, you know, they're all amazing. The Baryonyx looks great. I just want to hear the sounds, and I have not yet seen a video that shows off the sounds yet. So
I think the Baryonyx does not sound like a T-Rex, thank God. Because I remember when that bald dude with the glasses in 2015 for Hasbro Toy Fair, he's like, "These are our Growler assortments for $15," and then like I was like, "Ceratosaurus, cool," and it was like, I'm like, "That's a T-Rex from Jurassic World 3." God damn it, Hasbro, get it right.
I mean, the Triceratops sound. I did see in one of the videos you sent me. It kind of sounded like a really odd, like grumbling roar. It wasn't really a Triceratops noise, but I mean, it was very loud and kind of disgruntled. But as long as they don't give us roars from previous creatures, you know, at least make it make sense. Like if they're going to give the Baryonyx the Spinosaurus roar, I wouldn't be as upset as if they were going to put, you know, Velociraptor sounds with the Pachyrhinosaurus. You know, they did that in the past with the Triceratops from the Rack Attack line, where they gave.
I couldn't believe they did that,
and it just made no sense.
I couldn't believe they did that. Like, how oblivious can you be?
It's just, you got to wonder, you know, what the requirement to work for Hasbro is, because in that department, it probably was not very high. But
yeah,
you know, this time around they really knew what they were doing. How
about you, Victoria?
I really like these. For me, the Baryonyx is definitely a standout. I mean, that's just a really like that species has been ignored in a lot of toy lines for a really long time. And Papa did one a couple years ago, and now there's one in a Jurassic movie, which I think is really cool. The Ceratosaurus looks so good. I mean, it looks very much like the one from Jurassic Park 3. The Pachyrhinosaurus has a lot of detail on it. I mean, all of these are quite excellent. It's going to be really hard to restrain myself on this assortment. I definitely want all of them.
Yeah, the greatest thing is the paint jobs may be kind of basic. I mean, they're better than Hasbro, but the greatest thing is, Victoria just said it, the detailing of these sculpts, if you really look at them, for $15 is awesome. Like, whoever did all the work on this just did a great job. Like, it's incredible for $15. I have I'm going to show up a photo here of the Baryonyx in box, and it just makes me cry. It brings me back of like 93, like being a kid. The detail is there. The packaging's awesome. We even talk about how awesome the packaging is, but the paint jobs are alright, but it's just like, holy crap. This looks so great. So out of all, we got, 8 here? Are these all buys, Nick? Or are you going to skip one of these?
I would like to say they're all buys, but I'm not too happy with the Allosaurus and the Metracanthosaurus. Colors are weird, but most likely they'll be all buys for me.
How about you, Jay?
Yeah, definitely all buys. Because the ones that really stand out to me is the Baryonyx, that Ceratosaurus, and it's pretty cool that they got the Metracanthosaurus. Like, we've been wanting to see an image of that one since we saw it on like the brochure for the first movie. And it's actually pretty good to have an Ankylosaur that's actually right size. And I mean, like,
Right.
I've been wanting to have an Ankylosaur that I can actually pit against one of the larger predators. We got one in the first Jurassic Park line as a hatchling. Then we get one from Hasbro that was like tiny. I mean, it was just, you can't even say it's a juvenile. It's like, it's not even. It's like a baby that's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That Allosaur is weird looking, man. I don't know what's up with that thing.
I don't know. I like it.
Even in the movie.
I'll pull up a photo of it in box that Chris took. I don't know, man. I really like it. It's obviously not as good as, in my opinion, to the 2K11, 2K9, 2K13, whatever you want to call it, Allosaurus, the David Silver one. But I don't know. The packaging looks really cool, man. And I don't know. When I press that button in store, I'll probably buy it. But Victoria, are you gonna skip any of these? You're gonna get them all?
I'm not going to be in a hurry to complete this assortment, but I can kind of foresee myself getting all of them, eventually.
I think I'm gonna get all of them. Day one, I'll probably get the Pteranodon. This head sculpt I'm showing off on the live stream right now. It's a weird angle because of the photo from the photographer. The wing flaps should be a little bit, I'd say, like more in depth, like a little bit more wider, but the head sculpt looks just like a Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon. Looks awesome. Looks very menacing in the eyeball. I'll get all of them, but day one purchases, Baryonyx for sure. The Allosaurus was cool. I don't know. I pretty much have to touch them and see what they sound like, but the Ceratosaurus, I have a really cool Pachyrhino. I don't know if I need that one, but I don't know. They all look great. I'll probably get them all. $15. I mean, and they look pretty big. They look bigger than the Growlers from the photos.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you put them. There's that one photo where it has like things on the display photos from the fair where they have an Owen figure, and you could see in scale with the Baryonyx standing behind him how big that Baryonyx actually looks.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up.
That Baryonyx, definitely Baryonyx, the Ankylosaur, and the Ceratosaur would be like the 3 I'd buy right then and there.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get that photo. Nope. All right, we're gonna move on to, I guess, the hatch and we can just really quickly the hatch and play dinos. Victoria, you talked about it on your podcast that Jay and I were on. Do I have a photo of them? Yes, I do. So, what'd you say, Victoria? They remind you of like Kenner stuff?
Yes, they remind me of the Kenner eggs that they did for the Jurassic Park line, and then again for the Lost World line, where you had a little egg. It was almost like a 1-to-1 scale, actually. It was an egg, and it had like a top part of the egg. You would lift that off, and there was a hatchling with like realistic looking eyes in there. It reminds me a lot of that. Obviously, these aren't quite on the same level in terms of detail, but the concept is definitely very similar.
Jay or Nick, do you guys are interested in these items or no?
No,
No.
I never even
No.
I never even got the Kenner or the Lost World hatchlings. And never I've seen people buy them and I've seen people even repaint them, and they still don't interest me. That's
What about you, Nick?
I won't buy them. I think they're a great concept, and I think for the younger kids, these are going to work out perfectly. They're kind of like the Hatchimals that were the big thing, a couple of years ago.
The
I could
failed
definitely see these
big
being.
thing.
If
For the
people were
dice.
spending $150 for one of them, but I think, like I said, kids are going to really enjoy these. I like the fact that they're having a playable feature where I think they make noises and their teeth grows, and each dinosaur, like one of them has growing teeth, one has growing horns. It's a cool idea. I'm glad they did this kind of stuff for the younger generation.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Actually, all three of you. So, like Nick, this is perfect for kids. I agree 110%. And then it's $15. I mean, that's great for parents. I do remember these as a kid. I never had them, so if I grew up with them with the Kenner days of these, maybe I'd be really interested, like Victoria. But I'm probably gonna go with Jay, and I'll probably skip them. I mean, for $15 though, that's great. You can buy all three of these for $60. That's awesome. But I thought I'd just include that as a part of the stream because it's official release from Mattel. But this is where it gets really good. They were supposed to be called, I guess, the Super Strikes, but they are now called the Action Attack Assortment. For $20, we got Stegosaurus, Carnotaurus, and Suchomimus. So we're just gonna throw up the generic photo from Entertainment Weekly. I'll leave it up to JP Carnotaur to kick it off. What do you think of these?
I think the Stegosaurus and Suchomimus look great. The Carnotaurus kind of sucks. And I gotta stop being a troll. No, seriously, when I go into the store and I see that Carnotaurus, I probably will just grab whatever ones I see on the shelf and just put them in the cart. I don't care. They're $20. I might buy 3. I mean,
I was gonna say you're gonna buy 8. What's the limit?
I don't know. When my wallet runs out, we'll find out. But seriously, I mean, these Carnotaurs are easily the best. Sculpt, paint job, everything about this figure is blowing Kenner's Carnotaurus out of the water. And don't get me wrong, I love the Demon. I love the Bone Breaker. A lot of people don't like that one. I love the Bone Breaker. But this one is the most scientifically accurate Carnotaurus. And I mean, it's just stunning. The paint job is great. You can see the airbrushing. And the price point, $20. You can't get a better deal. The only thing that might make it a little bit better is if it had dino damage or if it had a roaring feature. But I mean, seriously, this one is perfect. The Stegosaurus looks great. It's got a very TLW Stego feel towards it. I love that one. The Suchomimus, not a huge fan of. I like they kind of went with the same website color scheme, the one that they were planning, I guess, for Jurassic World, but never put it in there. I just don't like the sail down its back. I think it looks really cartoonish. I think they kind of wanted to go for a Spinosaurus vibe with that one, but I don't know. I'm going to get all 3 of them either way, but the Suchomimus for me is at least the worst of that assortment.
Jay, how about you? What did you think of these 3?
I completely agree with what he just said. The Suchomimus is the worst of the 3. I feel like it might be also the color scheme they picked for it. That yellow is way too bright. I've always had this thing for like not liking really bright colors on predators because it just doesn't feel right in nature.
True.
But, I mean, that's just me. I mean, you don't find predators with really super bright colors out there because then their prey will catch on to them. But that's just me, like, nitpicking on these. But that Carnotaurus, man, that I said it in the other podcast that we had with Victoria. It's just like Carnotaurus just said, dude. It's just it's the most scientifically accurate Carnotaurus that we've had in the line. As much as the other ones are fan favorites, the Demon and the Bone Breaker, they're not really scientifically accurate.
Yeah.
The Demon
has like a huge overbite, and he's just
The teeth are huge.
The fingers are wrong. Yeah, but this one is just awesome. They even the little tiny arms, the Carnotaurs, basically like. There's always this people making fun of the T-Rex arms. The Carnotaur basically has no arms.
Yeah.
Like they're tiny, but they got this guy right. The color scheme is just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful toy. And the Stego, it's got, like he said, like a TLW vibe. But also because of the tail, how it's kind of dragging. It's like a hybrid of like a TLW Stego and a JW Stego, which I love the TLW Stegosaurus, and I really did not like the Jurassic World Stegosaurus because they look really retro from like the old days, dragging their tails. I don't like that. So like it's all right, but it's not one that I'd pretty much like. Out of those three, I'd probably get the Carnotaur and maybe the Suchomimus, and then maybe the Stegosaurus last.
Cool. So we need to do some justice for the herbivores, Victoria. I'll let you take over.
Yeah, this is actually the assortment that I'm most looking forward to. I mean, as I mentioned yesterday on a Cantina Chatter, like the Stegosaurus, that's always been my favorite dinosaur. You know, we didn't Hasbro didn't do one for Jurassic World. So I mean, the last actual Stegosaurus, if we don't talk about the little mini one from Jurassic Park 3, the last one that actually got done was the Lost World one 21 years ago. So when I see this assortment, I mean, these are the ones I'm definitely buying on site. Like all three of them, no question. These are like going to be like some of my top priorities for this line. And just looking at the Stego, he's got the ball joints at the tail. He's got 2 ball joints, it looks like. And he's got ball jointed hips, at least for the front legs, and probably the neck. And you see similar joints as well in the Carnotaur and in the Suchomimus. So, and then the paint schemes, you guys touched on how awesome the Carnotaur looks as far as the colors go. It really does look fantastic. And I would say the same about the Suchomimus. It's a little on the colorful side maybe, but it still looks excellent. So these three, really looking forward to them. I do hope that they grow this assortment later and do add more herbivores, because I'd really like to see a larger scale Apatosaurus.
Oh my god, I would. Oh, just give it. I asked for a sauropod. It's probably not going to happen, but that'd be great if the Mattel made one somehow. Oh my god, I was so happy to find out that these guys were $20. I thought they're gonna be 25-ish. Actually, it could have been more, but $20. Oh my god, I'm buying like 2 Carnotaurs at least. That I've said it before. I'm not a fan of the Lego brick articulation for the tail for the Stego, but if I see it in person, I'll probably get it. And I wish it was rubber, but it's not. But like Vicky said, a lot of articulation, like the front arms for the Stego and the Sucho have an extra pivot for their shoulders, I guess. A little biceps, not biceps, well, just a shoulder articulation. And like Jay said, I'm not really sold on the Suchomimus. Might have to see it in stores. And I don't think the Suchomimus is coming out in spring. I think for just spring is the Carnotaurus and the Stegosaurus. But I'm going to be probably getting all 3. For sure buying this, like 2 of the Carno, probably 1 of the Stego. And the Sucho might get it later if it's cool. So, Nick, are you going to buy all 3?
Absolutely.
Jay, how about you?
Probably the Carnotaurus is a must buy. The Sucho maybe, and the Stego maybe.
I mean, it's $20.
Like those last 2. Yeah, but there's a lot.
That's true. And Victoria, you said you're gonna get all 3, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, and I agree with Victoria. These toys look the best. I remember I saw that Carnotaurus demoed, and I'm like, oh my god, that's great. It's really great for everyone. For parents, it's cheap on their wallet, and us. For kids, it has that really cool action feature, and for adult collectors, they look, scientifically accurate for the most part, and they look like what we grew up with, like the Lost World Stegosaurus. So, $20, hell yeah, Mattel, good job. So I actually just found out today, we're gonna move on to the next item, which is our super articulated Indoraptor. I thought it was gonna be like $30. It's $20. I couldn't believe it. This super articulated Indoraptor with its King Kong like 2005 packaging. $20. I love this thing to death. I'm gonna stop talking. Nick, what do you think of this?
So I got to see the leaked image of it a couple months back, and I was kind of concerned with it. The picture wasn't very high quality, but now that I'm seeing it in person, I gotta say that, you know, Mattel really did a phenomenal job in terms of, you know, just the scaling on the figure. If you look at just the amount of detail on it, it's fantastic. You know, obviously, the more articulation, you know, the better. The face sculpt, I'm not a huge fan on. I think it's because I think the version that we saw in the second trailer kind of looked more Indominus-like, where this one has a more Raptor look to it. But I mean, it's a tiny nitpick. You know, overall, it's a fantastic toy. No doubt, I'll be getting it, especially because, you know, it's the big bad guy, and plus I love the Indominus. But you know, I don't think they really could have done anything better for this figure, and I'm really excited to see the one they're releasing in the fall, the bigger one.
Yeah. Jay, what do you think?
It looks pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna get that one. I just want I until I actually see it in the movie though, then I'll compare it to more of the toy. I haven't seen any like movie images of it yet.
True.
If there has been leaked ones, I haven't seen them. And if it's from the trailer, I just, you know what I mean, you only see like bits and pieces of it, but it is a cool looking figure. It's a cool looking dinosaur. You know what I mean, I have both the Indominus ones, the bad boy, and then I have the hybrid one, and I have the smaller ones. You know what I mean? So it makes sense for me to get the Indoraptor as well. I'm not gonna skip out on that one. You know.
Right on. How about you, Victoria?
The Indoraptor's gorgeous. I mean, just like straight up, all that articulation, that's what really like, excites me about these dinosaurs. And in particular, the Indoraptor is the one that really seems like they went all out on it. I mean, he has ball joints. You can see them at the shoulders, possibly at the elbows, wrists, knees, ankles, tail in a couple points, maybe a double jointed neck. So, I mean, I'm all about that. I mean, anytime I can pose a toy dinosaur like that, that really gets me excited. And the paint scheme, I think, is really attractive looking. It's, you got that glossy black with a stripe, and it'll be interesting to see it in the film, how it actually like plays out, how much we actually like it. But this as a toy, just looking at it by itself, definitely going to be a must-have.
Yeah. So for $20, I'm buying like 3. I don't know, maybe 2. Like Nick said, I watched a video today. Apparently, this is not the only Indoraptor that's coming. A dude who works for Mattel said that there's going to be a deluxe edition. It's electronic. It's going to be $35 that gets like red eyes and stuff, apparently, in the fall. So, oh my God, I can't wait. This is my favorite item, I think. I said on your podcast the other day, Victoria. So, superposability is just incredible. And the guy even was talking about it, was like, yeah, we would have done this like years ago. I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Mattel. You care about me. You want to make a good Indominus. I got this Indoraptor. That counts. That's good enough. So, Nick, you going to buy it?
Absolutely.
And Jay, I think you said you're already going to get it, right, or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And Vicky, you said too, right?
Oh, yes, for sure.
All right, cool. On to the real feel skin, Joey's favorite, Mosasaurus. $30. It's huge. How big is it officially? Like 26 inches? 28 inches, 71 centimeters. Real feel skin. Nick, what do you think?
I think the only way they could make it better is if it had a swallowing feature. And, that's nitpicking it. The sculpt is great. Obviously it's a huge, huge, huge improvement over the crappy plastic small version that Hasbro gave us in 2015. The colors are perfect. The articulation's great. And they listened and gave us real feel. Yeah, it's only the Mosasaur, but still, it's better to get, one thing over nothing at all. So it'll be a definite pickup for me. What is the price point on this one, though?
It's $30.
Yeah, $30, you're getting a great deal. You're getting a accurate Mosasaur. You're getting it in scale. There's not much more you can really ask for with this one.
How about you, Jay?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is like one that I have my eyes on. If there's like, when I saw that they were gonna make this, I was like, that's amazing. And something like this size toy gives me hope that there might be maybe in the future an apatosaur.
True.
Or like a medium-sized apatosaur. Because if they went out and made a mosasaur this size, yeah, man, that's awesome. It's within scale. You can put it next to your action figures when you get like Owen and Claire and whatnot. You can have it bite down on the Indominus. You can have it like pop out and eat a Pteranodon. This thing is awesome. This is like this figure right here is one of the ones that really got me excited for the line. When I had seen the leaked pictures and then finally like somebody holding it in like these videos and pictures, it's good. This one has me like all smiles. I can't wait to see this one in stores. This is a definite buy. If anything, this is one that I'm getting like first day when I see it.
The craziest thing is, like, the thing is so freaking huge, but the box is so small. Like, I don't know how they fit the thing in there. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
How about you, Victoria? What do you think of this big ass mosasaur?
It makes me really glad that I sold my Jurassic World one a couple months ago.
Right. Me too.
It's gorgeous. I mean, the real feel skin. I mean, that's awesome in and of itself. But I mean, just looking at the sculpt of it, I mean, the only thing I could really say about it is that it's pre-posed. So I'm not sure that I'm totally loving that. But that aside, it's got a gorgeous look to it. I mean, the color, the eyes, the teeth. I mean, the whole thing is beautiful. So yeah, a must-have for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Two quick notes about this guy. You got the jaw articulation. It looks like maybe the fins articulate in the front. Maybe the back too. It looks like there's some like hinges there. And then it's, of course, real feel and bathtub safe, apparently, according to Mattel spokespeople. So if it fits back in the box, I'm buying one. But if it doesn't, I'm buying two. I don't know. Maybe we just buy one. I don't know. But $30. God bless you, Mattel. All right. Up next, the Thrash and Throw Tyrannosaurus Rex. This guy is something that I hated when I first saw it in the leaks, and it just grew on me. And Nick, what do you think of the Thrash and Throw for $40?
I think all of us had our doubts about this one. We saw the leaked pictures and we're like, all right, this one's got these awful looking hinges for the articulation. But let me tell you something. They really improved in the Toy Fair pictures. They really did a great job with this one. It's essentially the Thrasher in 2017. It looks great. It's got a decent price point, and it, again, like everything else, it just blows everything Hasbro has done out of the water. It's a huge improvement from the Stomp and Strike. The only thing that could have made it better is if it didn't have those seam lines for the articulation. But,
yep.
If you're going to have that action feature, that's it. The sculpt is spot on. It's got the JP Rex feel. I mean, you can't ask for anything more.
No doubt. Oh, my God. It looks so good. That head. Mattel did a great job. Jay, what do you think?
Oh, no, definite buy. But then again, and it is a T-Rex, so
yeah, I'm with you.
That's my favorite dinosaur.
Yeah, same.
But just looking at it, that's a JP Rex sculpt head. Like you can't, it's anywhere you look at it, that's a JP Rex. It's amazing how it's so easy to do, but yet we went through so many ugly T-Rexes from the JP3 line to the JW line. Just what was wrong with those artists?
I don't know.
Were their eyes like cross-eyed, or they can't see like what a T-Rex looks like from? Just watch the movie, and you can get that sculpt. And they did it. And yeah, the seam lines are a little off, but it doesn't matter because the action feature is pretty cool. I think you can chomp down on human figures and whatnot. But it looks beautiful. And check out the eyes. There's a round pupil. Finally. Yep. You know what I mean? I was tired of seeing snake eyes on a Rex.
Yep, got it down.
Yeah, no, it's a definite buy. That one's going into the cart with the Mosasaurus.
Victoria, what do you think of it?
I think it looks really cool. Obviously there's two big T-Rexes. This is the smaller one, but it's a T-Rex, like Jay said. I mean, it's kind of hard to say no, especially when it does have more articulation and it does have a nicer look to it. And you guys were talking about how awesome the skull looks and the head, and definitely does have that Jurassic Park classic T-Rex look to it. So yeah, definitely got to have it.
Yeah, man, I saw the leaks and I was like, Jesus Christ, what is that abomination? And it took me for Bryce Dallas Howard like demoing it, and you can literally like do everything you can do with the Thrasher and more, because with the Thrasher you can open up the mouth, but you can't do it all in one mechanism with the tail like you can with this one, and this one's electronic. That's cool. The little cones, I call them like a robot. I still don't like them, but that head sculpt sold me, and when I see it in stores, I might buy 3. I don't know. My customizer already told him, hey, can you fix these seams? And he's like, yeah, I probably can, bro. I'm like, okay, I'm buying it then. You can fix the seams. I'll make it look beautiful and pretty. And it probably would break if I do the Thrash feature, but $40, and man, that's the most expensive, possibly maybe too much money, Mattel there. But $40, I'm not going to complain because everything else is so damn cheap, so... Overall, yep, it'll get a thumbs up. I like it. Now we're going to get into J territory before we get into the Super Colossal T-Rex, which is the anatomy kit. So, we only have one photo of the anatomy kit because I guess that's what Mattel gave us via EW. So it's a large size T-Rex apparently. Removable side allows kids for the inner anatomy of a T-Rex functions. You can use the DNA key. Kids can move the leg, see the muscle flex, see the heart, lungs pump, and activate the T-Rex large chomp, apparently, I guess. Even though it looks like there's an articulation for the jaw here. So I'll just start off with you, Jen. I'll flip it to Nick then, Victoria, because you love this thing.
Oh, I do. Like, I'm a big fan of the Allosaurus Medical Center one. I have 2 versions of it. I have the one in box and one out of box. And like, I remember seeing it in stores and wanted it, and I was able to get it as an adult. Now seeing that they did this with a T-Rex, of course, this is not. I don't even have to think about it. It's just take it, put cart, done, taking it home. It looks, the sculpt is on point. You know what I mean? It actually, I like the color scheme a little more on this one than I do on the other one. Just being able to do this kind of play feature on it, it's so cool. I don't know. There's nothing much I could say that, yes, definitely buying this one. This is a definite buy for me. It's basically, I think my cart's going to be this one, the T-Rex, Mosasaurus, and something else. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to get the rest of the line, but these are definite.
So before I switch into the other guests, do you think $50 is an adequate price? I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of money.
It is, but I don't know, man. There's just some figures and stuff that I really want, and this is, if I have to like not get some of the other stuff, and I can just get this one, that's what I'll probably do, because there's some figures that I really want and other stuff that I could just pass. You know?
Yeah. Whatever comes closest to your heart. Nick,
yeah.
Nick, what do you think of this guy? Is he there?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he dipped. I don't see him. Let me.
There he is.
There we go. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah. Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we're on the anatomy set. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I heard glitching and then it went blank.
Okay, yeah, we're on the $50 T-Rex anatomy set. Did you see that?
Yeah, it gives me the TLW Allosaurus vibe, and I like that. I love this set. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up or not. I think it's kind of something I have to wait to see in stores to buy because it is expensive. It is really great. The sculpt and the coloration on that T-Rex is phenomenal, but I just don't know if I want to spend money on that or get the Colossal T-Rex.
True, it's nearly the same price point.
Right.
Victoria, what do you think?
I think it's cool. I mean, it's obviously a throwback to the old days. It's not really the kind of thing I'd probably be in a hurry to get, though, honestly. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit pricey, even though it's cool, and it's definitely a more science-oriented toy, which I think is pretty awesome that they're offering something like that, because most toy companies don't really do that kind of thing anymore.
True.
So maybe something you'd have like in the classroom if you had kids or whatever. But I could see myself getting it. I probably wouldn't be in a huge hurry though. I mean, maybe if I found it on sale or something. But I think it's pretty nice that they did it. I like the idea and the thinking behind it.
I agree. If it's $50, I assume that it'll probably be at least a foot, maybe foot and a half. Or if it's equivalent to a young Rex, I might give it a go and see how good it looks with all of its pieces back. Because if it does, that's our new young Rex right there, and it looks amazing with that head. So, I'll probably with Nick. I'll probably have to wait and see it in stores. Jay, how many are you gonna pick up? You gonna pick up like 5?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I gotta be really frugal with what I'm looking at, but I like I said, there's a few that I know I'm definitely going to get, and it's been like the Mosasaur, this one, and the other Rex.
So let's talk about the other Rex right now. The Super Colossus Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh crap! There you go. It is 3 feet long, inspired by the T-Rex from Jurassic World, even though Jurassic Park. Features articulation, aka it looks like just the feet, the arms, and the jaw, and authentic sculpt and deco, and the ability to eat 20 mini dinosaur figures. $55. We're gonna reverse our order right now. I'm gonna have Victoria go first. What do you think of this 3 foot long Bull T-Rex homage?
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
I mean, the price is really good, and I know we were touching on this previously, but it's not too dissimilar from the Justice League DC Multiverse. They did the $60 Batmobile. It's the 6-inch scale Batmobile. It's huge. It's awesomely detailed, and this kind of it's reassuring because it shows that Mattel does want to offer some larger scale items that are still pretty impressive looking and detailed, but also keeping the price reasonable, because I know Hasbro would definitely not do that.
Right.
And something like this, 3 feet long, it's a little bit big, honestly. I mean, I kind of feel like that would take up a pretty big, sizable shelf.
Right.
But still, it's kind of hard to say no to something like that, being $60 and being that size, and being a JPT Rex especially.
Jay, what do you think?
Oh no, definitely. This is that's the last one that's the last one that's going in the cart that I was talking about. That and said because I knew you were going to talk about it next. Definitely, dude. I'm a huge fan of like the Bull T-Rex. I have the Bull T-Rex, the Omega Rex, and then the 2009 Bull T-Rex retool. I have all 3 of those Bull T-Rexes.
Wow.
So like definitely getting this one as well. I'm a big fan of like the Colossal T-Rex that actually can eat all the human figures and dinosaurs, and just it's awesome. And then like I saw this video of this dude, I guess the Spanish guy going around the toy fair, and he picked this thing up, and it's gigantic. I'm like, oh my god, I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah.
That's definitely going on my desk.
Would you have room on your desk?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Like I don't know where all these things are gonna go. Like, it's gonna be crazy figuring out where to put all these dinosaurs and whatnot.
Nick, what do you think?
Well, I can probably make a hole into my collection by getting rid of Jurassic World
yeah,
stuff.
I saw your Instagram. Aren't you selling some things? A smart man. You gotta get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
Can't keep.
Yeah, I don't want them anymore.
Can't keep the crap. So.
No.
Nick, what do you think for $55?
I think it's a steal. This Rex is probably the best one that Mattel has shown off. And when you think about it, you think 3 feet, wow, that's huge. But I believe the Bull Rex is 28 inches. So, that's a little over 2 feet. So it's not that bad in terms of size. And I love how they kind of took from the 2 best T-Rexes given to us from the previous Jurassic Park toy lines and made another Thrasher, and then gave us the Bull,
right? Essentially
with this one. But they also fixed the swallowing feature in terms of, it was really difficult to get a human or whatever you had your Bull Rex eat out of the stomach of it, because it only had that little slit, so it was kind of hard to maneuver your fingers inside of there and get the figure out when it was such a small space. Now it's got like a little compartment that just folds down, everything falls out. So they really did a great job with that Rex.
Yeah, so I don't know. I saw the leaks of this thing, and I saw how big it was. I'm like, no, it's not in scale. That's stupid. And I don't know, just like the thrash and throw, it starts to just like get onto you, and you start to love it. And it looks maybe like the tail here. If everyone's on the live stream watching, the tail here that might click into place, and the box might be smaller. But I don't know if it was like, man, just a half a foot smaller, like the size of the bull, man. I don't know what they're thinking, making it like 6 more inches bigger than the bull. But if it was just, man, if it was bull sized, holy crap, I'd be just so happy. But I'll probably end up getting it $55. It is a good deal, I guess, but I could just see tons of people repainting this guy and giving him her a lot of love, and it is cool. But if it was just smaller, it'd be perfect. We're gonna talk vehicles here next, but it's getting late for our friend Jay. I'd like to thank you, my friend, for coming on and talking all the toys so far. So thanks for coming on, my friend.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, I gotta go. Gotta draw some tattoos for tomorrow. So, but yeah, it was awesome talking to you guys and discussing these new toys. Can't wait to see them on the shelves, and can't wait to see them on my shelves. Yeah. All right, guys. All right.
All right,
Guys, have a good
later,
one.
Jay.
All right, Jay. Bye. Thanks
All
for
right,
coming.
see you guys.
Jay.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
All right, so next will be vehicles. It'll be really quickly because there's only like the Gyrosphere Blast vehicle, the off-road, and the deep dive, which I finally found out the prices, and then the Diecast Jeep and like the toy Jeep, which we don't have honestly any photos of. So the first one I'm talking about is the just real quickly, Gyrosphere Blast vehicle, and then we'll quickly talk Legos, and then we're gonna get into Star Wars for the rest of the night. So Gyrosphere Blast vehicles, $30. Action figures and Raptors can fit inside the vehicle, and then it launches the gyrosphere from the front for some reason. But apparently it fits the figures in, so it's okay. And apparently it's in the movie, from what I've been told. So for $30, Victoria, do you think you're gonna get it or nah?
Probably. I mean, again, it's probably one of those kinds of things that, I'm not going to be in a huge hurry to get it, but I mean, if you look at the vehicles from like the old lines, I mean, they're the kind of things that, over time will appreciate in value. And that's kind of the case for any toy line, really. If you look at Star Wars, it's definitely been a huge factor, as far as things that have appreciated in value over time. So I wouldn't get it for that reason, obviously, but I would get it on the premise that if I did pass on it, maybe if I wanted to get it a few years from now, it would be really expensive to do that. So I would definitely add it to the collection.
How about you, Nick?
I think it's pretty neat. I mean, I don't really like that the front shoots off and then, the gyrosphere can roll out.
Yeah.
But the vehicle is the one that you see everybody in. It's like the convoy truck from the behind the scenes where you see Owen Claire and the mercenary looks like Lionel Richie. I don't necessarily, the guy literally looks like him. I don't think it's, the more realistic truck. I think that's kind of goes towards the Matchbox capture truck. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably find myself getting it. I want to see if it comes in the box like the Matchbox bigger vehicles, or if it comes in a box with box art. But
That's
I mean, I don't
true.
know. I guess it's cool.
It'll probably be open box, I assume.
Yeah.
So it just looks like the vehicle and the gyrosphere. I think the gyrosphere is the crappier version of the one that comes with Claire, because I think it only fits one figure. I might be mistaken. I can't see a clear photo of it. $30. It's in the film. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. You made something, interesting point I didn't really think about is that what if it does come in a Kenner style box art? Oh my god, it'd be awesome. But I doubt it, because I think I'll just go into the next one, which is the off-road vehicle, if I can find a photo of it. This guy is $25, and so is the submarine. And the submarine is electronic, and I don't know if the off-road vehicle is. But $25 open box, they're okay. Let's talk about the submarine first. Did you guys look at these? Are you guys interested in this? Victoria, what do you think of this? It floats submarine deep dive.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's so wacky looking.
It does. It looks
almost
weird.
like...
It looks like a Jaws 3 toy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a play school like type toy even. Oh gosh, it's really wacky, but I mean, I'm kind of drawn to that a lot of the time when it comes to toys. So, yeah, I'll probably get it. Not necessarily like right away. If I saw it, I'd probably be like, oh, I'll come back and get that, some other time. But, yeah, it just looks fun. It looks like, some underwater gumball machine kind of thing.
Yeah, and I've heard also, before you say something, Nick, these, because I was worried, I'm like, why do they make these big vehicles if figures not going to fit in? So Mattel confirms that 3 3/4 inch figures will fit in these vehicles. That means I'll be buying them. But Nick, what do you think of the submarine? Do you think it's cool?
I think it's a cool vehicle. It obviously doesn't look like your traditional submarine, but I don't really think I'll be pursuing this one on day one. I think, like Victoria said, it'll be something I go back to get. I really want to see what the scene's like in the film, because if it's like a minor, little scene, all you're really getting here is a submarine. So, is it really worth the $25, or should you just pass on it? So,
Right.
I gotta wait, I guess, till I see the film for this one.
I don't know, $25. I might get it. I don't know. I might have to wait for the film, but if it's in the film, it just doesn't look as detailed as the gyrosphere one. Now I'm looking at the off-road rescue rig. That one definitely doesn't look as fun. It's just one coat of gray paint. There's like a pteranodon or something stenciled on it, number 21 Jurassic World, and it apparently does have sounds. It says there's a try me button at the top, so it looks like it could be transporting a raptor. If you're watching on the live stream, you can put a $10 attack pack raptor in there. Off-road rescue rig, Nick, would you get it or not?
I'm more persuaded to get this one, just because I've been waiting for the longest time for a capture truck that you could actually fit a dinosaur into, and you can fit the 3 3/4 inch figures in the cab, so that might be the selling point for me. But I want to see how big the dinosaurs can be, because you see that it's a pack attack blue, and obviously that's going to look really out of scale, because if a 3 3/4 inch figure can fit in that cab and the raptor's that big, it doesn't make much sense. I think this one will probably be the better seller, because it makes more sense. This movie's gonna have a lot of capturing to do, but I mean, I guess we'll have to find out.
All right, thank you, Carlos, for the donation. You're the man for sending Mr. $5. That'll go towards half a attack pack blue. Off-road. Victoria, would you get this? Is she there, or did she get kicked out?
I think she said she'll be right
Oh,
back.
whoops. Okay, well, we'll just. I guess it doesn't matter about this crappy looking vehicle. It's $25. I'm kind of with you. You also look at if you can see the live stream, the bed looks really shallow of the truck. Like it's maybe a 3/4 inch maybe. So, I don't know. If it's in the movie, it's cool, like the vet van was in Jurassic World, I'll get it. But onto the Jeeps. We have just 2 Jeeps. The Diecast Jeep, and then a Jeep that is cool that no one's talking about. We're going to talk about the Diecast one first. It's 1/18 scale. No prices on these because I didn't find them out. No one said anything. If I was at Toy Fair, I would have found out. What do you think? It's Jeep number 29. Did you see in the photos? I got it on the live stream right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big, believe it or not, I collect diecast model cars as well. I love the fact that this is a 1/18 scale, because it fits in with the scale that I collect in, because they usually make either 1/18, 1/24, or 1/64 scale.
Yep.
The Jeep looks beautiful. It's got the classic JP feel, but it's not rusted. It has the dirt on it, as if it's been off-roading.
Yeah.
It looks great. Must buy for me.
Victoria, can you see the 1/18 Diecast Jeep Wrangler? Have you looked at that Jeep number 29? What do you think of that if you've seen it?
Yeah, I don't see it at the moment, but I did see it, I believe on Twitter earlier.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got this action feature, I guess, where it opens, the doors open, the hood opens. I did not buy that Jada, the one with, I forget what scale, it might have been like 124, the one with the tire rack. Because I looked at it, I'm like, oh god, here it is on clearance at Walmart. Never seen it before in my life. And I was like, that's not 1/18 scale. I ain't buying this stupid shit. And then it was like, it's like $150 right now on eBay or something. I'm like, oh my god. And now that Mattel made a 1/18 scale, God bless you. It looks like the nice seats. Hopefully it can fit some figures in there. Buying at least one. You may like the dirt. That's very Jurassic World like. I wish it was Jurassic Park like and it was clean. But I'm probably buy it regardless. We're gonna move on to the toy, even though the toy Jeep, we can only see like 2 photos of it. There's no price for it. It's 3 3/4 inch scale. It's got this really dumb action feature with the net, but it looks like you can remove it. And something's really cool also is this photo of the T-Rex in the passenger side mirror. So Victoria, we don't have much info about it, but I like it. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'd like to get some more information on it before I, commit to something like that. But I mean, it's an interesting concept, at the very least.
Nick, would you pick up this guy? We only have a couple photos on, but we've seen leaks of it too. So that's what I'm kind of basing my excitement on.
Just so we're clear, this is the Jeep that comes with the net launcher at the top, right?
Yeah, it's the toy one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Apparently, it includes a dinosaur. I don't know if they talked about that. This one's gotten really no attention, like you said.
Right.
It looks cool. I don't know the price point, but I probably will get it since it does fit the 3 3/4 inch figures. It's probably the more desirable or probably the most desirable vehicle for the 3 3/4 inch line. It looks all right. I'm not a huge fan of the net launching feature, but they did have to give it some type of play feature. But what I kind of find weird is that they gave it the rust, which in the one leaked picture, it didn't have that, and I think it was a different.
You might be right.
Jeep number 2.
Yeah, you might be right.
Maybe we'll be getting 2. I'm not sure. We might get one for the classic line that's brand new and one that's rusted.
Yeah, this one is Jeep 18.
It looks cool.
So what was the one from the leaks?
I don't actually have the picture on me right now, so I'm not sure.
Don't say it, I guess, if we're right or wrong here. I don't want to get in trouble. But it's Jeep 18 here, and I wish it wasn't so dirty or rusty. I don't like that look, but something that's cool, though, if it comes with the dinosaur, which is not pictured, it's got this net launcher on it. That means it could come in a kind of like box. It's possible. They're not going to throw like plastic bubbles around the dinosaur in this net launcher so people don't steal them. So it makes more sense to have them thrown in a box. That is it for the vehicles. And I don't know if you guys want to talk I don't care if you want to. If the Imaginext, the RCs, the Kamagami robots, or the Uno attack. If you want to briefly discuss those, I'm not really interested in them.
Same.
How about you, Victoria?
Same.
All right. Wrapping up Mattel Jurassic, and then I think we're just gonna skip Lego because I'm just tired. We can just talk Star Wars. My wish list from 2016. They gave us Kenner-like packaging. Yep. Did they give us catalogs on the back? I don't have a photo of it. But yep, they gave us 3. Real feel skin. But there's only one dinosaur for the Mosasaurus, so hopefully Mattel, you give us more of those. They give us vehicles. Yep. They give us humans. Yep. They give us humans with knees and elbows like I asked for articulation. Yep. 1 scale, 1/18. Yep. No different sized dinosaurs like fucking Hasbro. No screw holes. We don't see any so far. Owen motorcycle. Yeah, but rip and run, whatever. They gave us a big mosasaur, which I wanted. Mostly neutral posing dinosaurs. Yeah. Decent amount of dinosaur articulation. Yep. More than Hasbro. No permanent dino damage from what we've seen. Yes. I would say better paint jobs than Hasbro. Yeah. No open packaging. Unfortunately not. So it looks like buy your stuff early so kids don't mess it up. Their parents don't look because they're terrible parents. No play sets so far. Real feel really great T-Rexes. Not yet, but we'll support them for now. Vintage line looks like it. We got a Grant, a Dilophosaurus, but I was expecting some reveal today about that, but I guess not. Better quality control, we don't know yet. And dinosaurs that balance, I guess For the most part, we've seen yes, but it's kind of unknown. Do we want to talk Lego Jurassic World or forget it?
If you want to just go over it briefly, I guess.
All right, we'll do it brief. We'll do quick hits. The Indoraptor Rampage at Lockwood Estate, $129. 3 levels. It comes with an office, bedroom, and bed, lab, museum display cases, a collapsible roof. Set includes 2 dinosaurs, Indoraptor and Velociraptor, with posable limbs, head, and snapping jaws, a buildable Triceratops skull. You customize the estate by configuring the walls and push the dinosaur heads through the windows to cause a smashing effect. Well, that sounds messed up. Place baby raptor in the lab and run some DNA tests. It features a lever to activate the collapsing roof. Weapons include a tranquilizer gun and axe. Accessory elements include an auction hammer, umbrella, and dinosaur egg. So, Nick, do you know what minifigs are here? Is this Toby and Raph, whatever his name is?
I think it's Rafe Spall's character, Toby Jones, a random mercenary, Owen, Claire, and Macy. I don't know, though. I haven't looked at the set.
I think that random mercenary is Ted Levine's character, Wheatley.
It might be.
Yeah, I think that's it. $130. Would you get this?
Not a chance.
That's great. I mean, it looks really small, man, but it's gonna be a hot ticket for that Indoraptor figure. Victoria, you're into Lego, like myself. Would you get? Oh, maybe it does come with the mercenary. It just wasn't pictured in that product image. Victoria, are you interested in the $130 for this guy?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like I said yesterday, I went all in on the Lego stuff for Jurassic World, but I mean, with all the, my priority has always been like action figures and smaller stuff. So in the 3¾ inch, 6-inch scales. So Lego is just kind of like something I branched off to because I was so excited about Jurassic World before. So, and I'm really excited about it still, but I just kind of feel like, given how awesome the Mattel stuff looks, I'm not really going to be too interested in Lego this time around. At least not beyond that Gyrosphere set. That's definitely one that I do want to get, but for now, I think that's all I'm really going to be planning on picking up.
I'm not happy at all with this set because I'm showing the live stream right now. There's like no depth at all to any of these rooms. Like, there's a bed here. I'm assuming that's the bed from trailer number 2 with Maisie, which includes a Maisie minifigure. But the room literally fits the size of the bed from brick to brick. That's embarrassing. And $130 is a lot of money. I want to say no, but I'm going to be buying it because minifigures, Lego, the mansion I can put on display. I just wish that come on, Lego. $130 for this. You could have gone a little bit better. I'm assuming if this was non-licensed, maybe they would have had a better, bigger mansion. But kind of disappointed for $130. I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to have a cringe in my face. Next one is the Pteranodon Chase for $20. Let me see a photo of it. It comes with Pteranodon. I guess you have to save it from the exploding volcano. Oh my god. It comes with Owen Tracker, a egg, a net shooter, and a tranquilizer gun, and an off-road vehicle. I got the photo up right now. So it's got a Merc, Owen with an egg, a green, like a mossy green, and then like a maroon Pteranodon, and then like this almost berry ATV, $20. Victoria, would you say yay or nay for $20?
No, not yet.
How about you, Nick?
Nope.
I might say no. The only reason I would get it is because of that ATV looks kind of cool. But I don't know. I'm gonna say no, even though I'll probably buy it. But I don't know, whatever. Stygimoloch, $30 breakout. So let's get Stygimoloch. It comes with Woo, the Stygimoloch, which is new. And then a Merc with a beard, 2 eggs, and it looks like pretty much the dollar store version of the Indominus Rex paddock. So you got like a viewing area up top, and then you got 3 walls as the cage. And I'm assuming that Stygimoloch's just gonna be the same exact size ratio for the Indominus breakout. $30. Nick, would you get it?
Nope.
I thought you were gonna say yes because you were like, "Oh, that looks kind of cool," but I guess not.
You know, the Lego sets, they do look cool, but at the same time, they're all just kind of lazy rehashes of the 2015 stuff, and I'd much rather get the figures than
True.
the Lego sets.
How about you, Victoria?
No, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want the Digimoloch, but it's kind of interesting. We haven't seen anything about Wu, but here he is in the Legos, so that's kind of makes you wonder. Next one is Blue's Helicopter Pursuit for $40. So you get a big ass helicopter, Blue, Owen, Ken Wheatley, and a pilot. So 400 pieces, $40. Nick, would you get it?
I will say I like the design of that set. The helicopter is pretty cool. You know, that set kind of does seem like it's worth the money, but again, I'd rather get the figures.
How about you, Victoria?
Nay.
Nay. This is actually a set that I'm actually kind of excited about because the helicopter looks kind of cool. And I'm going to say yes. Even though the minifigures are, I'm assuming, the same exact minifigures that come in that Lockwood set. So next is the Gyrosphere. Carnotaurus Gyrosphere Escape. $80. 577 pieces. You get Justice Smith. You get, let me get the photo here. The Carnotaurus, the Gyrosphere. I think, Victoria, earlier you said you liked it or were excited about it. So, Victoria, I'll let you say yay or nay.
Yes, this is the one that I'm definitely going to get. I mean, it has Claire, it has Owen, it's got the Carnotaurus, which, you know, is kind of a big deal, you know, in the historical perspective of Jurassic Park for several reasons. So yeah, and the Gyrosphere Station, you know, I love the whole Gyrosphere Station thing, especially because I went and visited that movie set, and I kind of feel like I should get this set. So there's a lot of good things about it, and out of all the sets, I mean, this one definitely excites me the most.
That's cool. That's really personal to you. Nick, it's also personal to you. $80. Yes? Huh? Yeah.
You know, I want to say yes.
What?
You know, obviously because there's a Carnotaurus, but unless I can somehow manage to return my T-Rex capture set, the Lego set, and get that, I don't think I'm going to spend the $80.
I don't think there's a way, but you know what? You can probably sell it on eBay for at least $80 because Legos hold their value for the most part. So.
Yeah, I mean, if I can make the money back, probably I would go for that one. But as of right now, I'm kind of still at the no.
I mean, $80 is a lot of money for this. This should probably be $50 or $60. I don't know what the hell that vehicle is on the left side. Like Victoria said, you got some cool minifigures here, Claire, and that's an alternate Owen. So I'll probably end up picking it up. Carnotaurus. Damn it! I have to buy it. $80. Yeah. Do we want to talk about the junior sets? There's 3 of them, or nah?
No.
All right. So,
No.
if you want to buy all 5 of these, it's gonna run you $300 without tax. And that is our Jurassic Park Lego and Mattel stuff. And we can talk Star Wars for a hot minute. I do have to use the restroom, so I'll have to leave it to you guys for a couple minutes. What do we want to start off with? Do we want to start off with 3 3/4 inch basic?
Sure.
You know what? I got an idea. I'll go to the bathroom, and you guys can talk about the Vintage Collection, pretty much Kickstarter, $500 Jabba's Sail Barge. And shout-outs to Star Wars Newsnet on Twitter, Justin LaSanta, Steve Evans, the Toy Insider, and Entertainment Weekly. This thing's $500. I'm going to peace out for about 2 minutes. I'll let you guys kick this off. What do you guys think of it?
Nick, do you want to go first?
I'm impressed. I gotta say, you know, Hasbro really outdid themselves with this one. It's part of the vintage collection line. It scales with 3 3/4 inch. You know, it looks phenomenal. Really, really great. For $500, I will not be picking this up unless by some miracle it goes for 3/4 of the price, or goes down 3/4 of the price. You know, if they get this in the $100 range, yeah, but that'll probably never happen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that this is a very impressive sort of thing for Hasbro to attempt, because they've never done like a Kickstarter sort of a crowdfunded project before. I know Mattel actually tried it a couple of years ago when they were trying to do the 6-inch scale Ghostbusters Ecto-1. and they didn't get enough people supporting it in order to put it into production, which is unfortunate because I really wanted that myself. But it reminds me of that, and this thing is 4 feet long, and it houses tons of 3 3/4 inch figures. It actually comes with Jabba the Hutt. It comes with what looks to be an Ithorian that's like a kind of like fossilized or something.
Yeah, I was confused by that at first. I'm like, wait, where did this come from?
So that's pretty cool, and it has like the soft goods sails on it, and the prototype looks excellent. I mean, $500 is really steep. They've said before that if they were to bring back like the big Millennium Falcon that they did in 2008, or some of those older vehicles, that they would cost around $450. So I kind of feel like maybe they could have done this a little bit cheaper, but for whatever reason, I guess $500 is the magic number. So they need to hit 5,000 people supporting it by, I think it's April 3rd, before it actually goes into production. And at that point, if you were part of the crowdfunding, then you'll also get a 64-page booklet with it that shows you behind the scenes. And they also said that they'll give you like online access exclusively if you back it and it goes into production, so you can keep an eye on the whole process and how they put it into production and all that. So I haven't done it myself yet. I mean, I know that I've been really hardcore on 3 3/4 inch super articulation, so I definitely would like to support this before the deadline. I just think it's really a really cool concept, especially since fans have been asking for the sail barge for like the last 20 years. I mean, if this is what it takes to get it done, I mean, I kind of feel like that in and of itself is really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't see a lot of people other than real hardcore 3 3/4 inch collectors going and buying this. And plus it's going to take up a lot of shelf space, being that it's 4 feet. So, I would love for them to be really successful with this, so that they could bring back the Millennium Falcon and stuff, because I missed out on that. But I don't know. I mean, it looks great. It's a fantastic concept. I just wish they really would have put a better price point on it.
Victoria, I have a question for you. So if you buy this thing, are you going to wipe out your top shelf diorama and just have this there?
Gosh, well, it's 4 feet long, and I don't. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the only place you really could go, unless I wiped out my Jurassic Park shelf. I could put it there too, like my Kenner shelf, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I mean, if it happens, and I end up backing it, and I end up getting this, I don't know when it would come out. A year and a half from now, whatever. Yeah, it would have to take up one of those huge spots, which I'm really excited about it if it does work out and everything. But at the same time, it's like, it's just huge. It'll be the biggest Hasbro Star Wars toy ever made. So I don't have like a huge amount of room or something like that, but I'm really excited about it.
So could someone, maybe Victoria knows, explain to me, what is this HasLab thing? Is this new?
Yes, it is new. It's a new concept that they're trying out. This is the first product that they're doing, the sail barge. And if it works and people actually, people back it, they need 5,000 backers, then they will move on to other projects as well, not only for Star Wars, but for other of their brands too.
I think they'll make the 5,000 because, I mean, come on, 5,000 collectors that, have money. I'd say that's quite easy to make. I don't know. $500. Ooh, I don't know. What do you think of that? The chain that Jabba has, this chain for Leia.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the movie. I mean, I know that if you want to be like politically correct about it, that you might not include that, but I mean, it's part of the movie. I'm always about movie accuracy first and foremost.
Right.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's true. I missed out on what you guys were saying. So, like, would you guys be like Nick? Would you drop 500?
Hell no.
But Victoria, you were saying you were thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to. Yes, I would, in short, but I don't have like a $500 just laying around. And if this is going to be over on April 3rd, so at that point, they're gonna, if it hits 5,000 people, then they're gonna charge orders at that point. So. I definitely want to support him. I'm going to try my best to find a way to do that, but it's kind of like only giving me like a month and a half to secure $500 extra that I wasn't really planning on using. So that's my only issue with it.
Yeah, that's really quick if you think about it. I mean, they're probably doing it so you have money for for solo figures coming out for the next Force Friday in May or whatever it's gonna be. But just like, man, that's really quick. Like how like yourself, like how you gonna scrounge up $500 for this thing? I do like what you said about the sales. This looks like soft close or something. It looks really cool, but whew, $500. I guess we'll wrap this up. You guys have anything else to say about the sale barge or no?
Well, no, not really. Nick?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's move on to another topic that is nearly the same, which is the hover tank. Got a couple photos of. We've seen this Comic-Con. When did they first announce this?
Yes, they first announced it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, they showed like a sculpt, like a prototype of it. Now we get a painted version, and we got our box here. Does anybody know what the price is? I'm told $80, but that's not final.
Yeah, there's not. I don't think they've announced a set price for it yet. There wasn't a price from what I've seen from the photos from Toy Fair, so I think that would be what I would expect as somewhere around the $70, $80 range.
So what do you guys think of it? Now it's painted.
Yeah, I mean it looks good. I mean, to be honest, this wasn't ever like my favorite vehicle. When I saw it in the film, I didn't think, oh, I need a toy. I mean, it's cool that they're offering it, but I'm not a huge fan of the design, honestly. It doesn't really excite me like Star Wars vehicles traditionally do. I mean, I would obviously buy it because it is a really nice looking vehicle, and it looks like they're going all out with it in terms of detail and making it as film accurate and as close to what the film as possible. But I mean, if given the choice, I think I would have probably asked them to do a different vehicle.
Right. What do you think, Nick?
I don't know. I mean, it looks aesthetically, it looks phenomenal. I love the vintage collection line. I just recently started getting into it, so I got the Y-wing and the ATST and all that kind of stuff. This one would be great to have for an $80 price point. I don't know if I really want to go for that one as of right now. It's something that I would eventually pick up. It just depends on when it drops. Like if they give this out on Force Friday, which is only 4 days after the Jurassic World stuff comes out, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford picking this one up. But it's something that I would like to eventually get. I mean, it does really look great.
Yeah, I like they brought it back. The old school box art. Obviously, it's vintage collection, but you know me, I'm not too much into the 3 3/4 inch no more. But I have a feeling that, like Victoria said, I wish I would have done something different because I mean, Rogue One was good, but I mean, people are really interested in the episodic films, and if they'd done a different vehicle, maybe it'd be more popular. And what if this hover tank fails? Like, $80 isn't too bad. I'm assuming they might have to go like $100, but if it fails, they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, you guys don't buy vehicles, told ya." So that's the only thing that really worries me as a collector for that. Do we have anything else to say about the hover tank? Want to move on to a different one?
No, I would just say that I hope that they continue doing more, even if it's, just repacking older vehicles from the last couple of decades. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they have in their catalog that they've done brilliantly, and it's been years since they've delivered like a quality TIE Fighter, quality X-Wing, and they have all that stuff. So
Sure.
I'd really like to see them, bring back a lot of that stuff.
That's true. Since we're on the vintage collection, we'll just switch over from the hover tank to the 3 3/4. I only have a couple photos here. 3 3/4 inch vintage collection back for 2018. We got some photos of some repacks, and we got a couple new guys like Snoko. I think was shown off at Comic-Con. We got Kylo Ren, some chicken orange. I have no idea. Jen Urso. Someone probably knows the chicken orange. We got Rey repack. We're still with the damn gloves. Why does she have gloves on, Hasbro? Come on. Give us hands without gloves on. I would own that Rey, but I don't. It looks like you have Cassian, a First Order Stormtrooper. I can't read that. It looks like a rebel from. We got.
It's a Hoth Rebel soldier.
It's just a regular Hoth Rebel soldier, and then we got a black Krennic What did I call him in the Mr. Plinkett video? I forget. Like a Boba Fett ripoff. Shock Troopers. So I only got 2 photos. I don't know if there's any more. I have a list of just Force Link 3 3/4 inch. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I got a list of Wave 1, 2, 3, Walmart exclusive, I think. And I think they're coming out with a yak face, it looks like, maybe. I got this list, I forget, from, his name is Imperial Holocron. So our Wave 1 for the Vintage Collection is going to be Snoke, Rey, Jyn, Kylo, Stormtrooper, Hoth Trooper. Wave 2, Death Trooper. Oh, at least I got it wrong. It was Shock Trooper. I was thinking of the damn video game. So Death Trooper, Assault Tank Driver, Han from, I guess, Solo. Wave 3 is Afra. I never heard of that in my life. Cassian, Luke, Range Trooper, and I guess they're going to be... I saw a photo of her in the hover tank photos I got rid of. Rey in... Island Rey in Spring. And then the Mimbian Stormtrooper in Fall. I never heard of a Mimbian Stormtrooper. And then Yak Face. So, Nick and Victoria, these are our... Looks like our listings. Are any of these great buys? Or which ones are skips for you?
Well, the just real quick, the Mimban, that's a planet that's going to be featured in the Han Solo movie.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that trooper's from. And that figure and the Island Journey Ray are also actually going to be Walmart exclusives, unfortunately.
Oh God, help us all.
Yeah, that's going to be a mess. But I really like what they're showing for the most part. I'm really disappointed that they didn't show really anything like from the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy, because it's been a long time since they've really, gone back and done some of those older, figures or characters. I mean, the big thing right now is seeing how this line is going to pan out initially, because it's going to be very repack heavy at the very beginning for the first wave, especially. Snoke's going to be in the first wave, but beyond that, I think it's all repacks. So that's kind of the big wait and see thing right now, is see how quickly it gets bought up or not, or doesn't get bought up. Probably it will, because it's vintage packaging, and if the 6-inch line last year was any indication, that's a big sell in and of itself. So
True.
I like what they're showing. I don't like that 2 of them are exclusives, but I do like that they are creating some new figures from Han Solo and from The Last Jedi. Those will definitely be the ones that I'm going to be after the most.
How about you, Nick? What do you think of this Snoke? You think it's gonna be sold out?
I don't necessarily know how they're going to handle vintage collection. I would hope that they smarten up a little bit with distribution, but I've been trying to get my hands on the Black Series Captain Rex since I found out that wave was released. And I've been in a couple stores, and the only things you're finding on shelves are Rose and I believe Maz Kanata. Those are the only 2 that I can find at my stores. Granted, my stores are awful, but I think the vintage collection is going to be really hard to track down. But out of the new releases, the new sculpt-wise, they all look great. And even the repacks, I was lucky. I didn't actually go and buy any of the Walmart 3 3/4 inch exclusives. So if I do decide to collect them all, I'll be getting new figures. But again, these are releasing around the rough time, since it is the first wave coming out on Force Friday. It's a couple days after Jurassic World. So
holy shit, are these really going to be Force Friday day ones?
Not all of them, but I think wave one.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These are not retail exclusive to Walmart.
No, they're being distributed everywhere now.
Good. And what is the price point? What, $13, Victoria?
I don't know that they've said definitively. I haven't really had a chance to listen to like any of the roundtables or anything that have been done with Hasbro. But initially they were saying that they were going to be $12.99, and then there was a list that came out from Toys R Us, like an internal price list. And everything's always a little pricier at Toys R Us. That list said $14.99. And it was the same for GameStop, which, again, everything's always a little more expensive at GameStop. So $14.99 there, but right. I would expect probably $12.99.
I actually, so they got like wrestling figures or retro style from Mattel. They're $12.99 there, I think, and they're $12.99 at Target. So, yes, sometimes GameStop does charge more because for some reason, whatever. So I'm hoping they're more affordable, because I've heard everything from like 15, 13. I'm like, God damn it. So that sucks. But any other thoughts on the 3 3/4 inch vintage collection before we move on to the 6-inch?
I would just say, I hope that they're going to continue the line for a while, and that after these, first few waves they've already confirmed are done, that they're going to, delve back into the prequels, delve back into the Clone Wars. This is the 10th anniversary of the Clone Wars, so it's a little disappointing that there's not more focus on that. And of course, I'd like to see more prequel figures as well. So I hope that they get to that eventually.
Right.
Yeah, I would just say that I'm happy with this year's releases. They're not necessarily everybody's favorite, since most of them are repacks, but I mean, they have a lot of exciting stuff in store. I mean, the fact that we're getting Yak Face in 2019 is pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to seeing those guys make a return. Like Victoria said, you get some more Clone Wars characters, some original trilogy characters, that kind of stuff. It makes you more excited for the future.
And I'm assuming.
And they also said.
Go ahead.
Sorry. They also said that for San Diego Comic-Con this year, there's going to be an exclusive vintage collection figure.
Oh God,
oh, sweet!
I wonder how much that's going to go for on eBay.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming Jason from yakface.com is gonna love that figure.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move into 6-inch Black Series before we talk a little bit about vehicles, and if we want to talk about basic 3 3/4 inch, we can. I got some photos here. We got our list of Ray, DJ, Captain Rex, Han Solo. I think you pronounce Amelia's name Kira is the character name. Lando, Tobias Beckett. Never heard of that. Must be from Solo, maybe. Range Trooper. It's gotta be Solo. Mibian Stormtrooper. Vice Admiral Holdo. Porg. Two packs. Princess Leia Hoth. R2X2, R5D4, R2D2 Amazon exclusive. I don't think I have photos of these. Commander Wolf, GameStop, Disney Store, and Barnes & Noble looks like exclusive. Zuckus, Toys R Us exclusive. Lando Stiff Guard, and Gamorrean Guard, which is a Target exclusive. That's the list I have from what's-his-face. But I see a photo of Tarkin here, unless I missed that.
Yeah, that was actually shown at Comic-Con last year, so that's going to be coming up pretty soon here.
Okay.
That's in the next wave, I believe.
There's also they have a range trooper. Yeah, I got the range trooper on there. So a lot of 6-inch figures. Which ones are buys and which ones are skips for you guys? Because I'm not into the 6-inch guys anymore for Star Wars.
Nick, you want to go first?
Yeah, so at this point, I don't like ordering my figures off a line. It's kind of stupid considering that, you're not going to find them in stores. So for me, the Black Series line is basically on a find basis. I think I might wind up skipping the Porgs, possibly Holdo, even though her figure looks great. But we'll see when that time comes. Hoth Leia looks great. I'll definitely be getting her. Tobias Beckett, it depends on if I like Woody Harrelson's character in Solo. The exclusives are going to be the worst to pick up because, I love Zuckus because I love the bounty hunters in Empire. The Gamorrean Guard is going to be a pain to track down. But that one will be one that I definitely go after. I guess some of these are hits and misses. It all just depends on which ones I can find. But the ones that I want to, I guess, focus on the most are Zuckus, Commander Wolf, and the Guard.
How about you, Victoria? Which ones are you looking forward to here?
Ultimately, I'm probably going to collect them all because, that's kind of what I do with Black Series. But I'm most looking forward to Admiral Holdo. She's not going to be out until next year. And I think Beckett might also be one of them that's going to be next year. I'd have to go back and look. But they also showed Hoth Leia. And honestly, she's a little disappointing looking to me.
Yeah.
Especially considering how awesome the 40th anniversary version was. The Astromech 3-pack, that's an Amazon exclusive. It has, it looks like R5D4. He's actually called R5D8. And then there's an R2D2. That's supposed to be like right after he gets blown up basically during the trench run in the original film. And R2X2 is another design they've actually done before in the 3 3/4 inch scale. Those are cool. I'm going to pick those up. I'm excited about Clone Commander Wolf because, as I was saying, Clone Wars, they haven't really done a whole lot of Clone Wars lately in the past few years. So that's an exciting one to me, and I'm a little disappointed that Zuckuss is a Toys R Us exclusive and the Gamorrean Guard's a Target exclusive, which, Target's good with their exclusive. It's not really a big deal to me, but
Right.
Zuckuss, that's going to be a little bit difficult to find initially, at least. But for the most part, I mean, things are looking really good. I'm just a little disappointed with Leia right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull up a photo of Leia here. Her head looks weird. It just looks, I don't know. It doesn't. Let's see if I can switch over. There we go. I don't know. It just looks like she's so angry, and it looks like her mom or something. I don't know. It looks off. What do you guys think of the Solo 6-inch figures?
They look great. They look pretty good.
Yeah, they're looking good. I kind of feel like Lanjo kind of looks like a young Saw Gerrera for some reason.
Oh my god.
But I mean, yeah, they look good. Like, I don't really like Kira's outfit, but I mean, I don't know if that's going to be like her main outfit in the film or not. Maybe it is, so maybe that's why they went with that. But yeah, they look good. I mean, I'm not as excited about them as I was perhaps, some of the other classic trilogy figures, but I think they look pretty good overall.
Yeah, as an outsider, I can actually appreciate the Hasbro trying to evolve here. Like, you can definitely tell, like, what, 4 years ago the 6-inch Black Series started? So, they've come actually...
yeah, 6 years ago.
6 years? They've actually come a long
Almost.
way, because the faces... I mean, yeah, the digital printing and painting look better, but the face sculpts are starting to actually look like their counterparts, rather than just, like, it kind of looks like a toy of Luke Skywalker. But the solos, their counterparts look just like them for the most part. Donald Glover looks like Donald Glover. Emilia Clarke looks like Emilia Clarke, and whatever the hell that Solos guy name, the actor's name is, looks like his figures. So they've come a long way. They look pretty good, but something I'm not interested in. Maybe my friend will want me to pick them up at the store. But Nick, did you like them? I don't remember if you said your opinion on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the new characters, or at least their appearances. Like the guy that's playing Han Solo, I'm not a huge fan of the way he looks, but the figures look just like their movie counterparts, which is a huge plus. Lando looks great. If anything, I'm probably going to get Lando and the one trooper with the soft goods, because that one looks fantastic.
Yeah, is it the range trooper?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're calling that one. But yeah, I mean, they did their job. They got the figures to look pretty good. I guess I have to see how the new Solo actor performs in this film. And I don't know about Kira. I'm like iffy with that one because I don't know her character, so I guess I have to see her first. But Lando and the Range Trooper do look the best, in my opinion.
All right, is there anything else for the 6-inch Black Series that we wanted to discuss?
I just want to mention that there were some other figures that they were supposed to show. I don't know if they got cold feet or what happened exactly, but there were a few other things, and I don't know if maybe ultimately they decided to save them for Comic-Con. That's probably what happened, but there were a few other things that they were initially going to be showing as well.
Nearly half a year away, Hasbro. What are you doing? Did you guys see the Kylo Ren centerpiece, the Jakku force stop of the bullet from Poe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 2 photos of it. What'd you guys think of that? It's probably gonna be $50, right? I mean,
Yep.
So I don't know.
I made the mistake of buying the one from the Force Friday last year with Luke. And,
yes, you did.
Big waste of money.
Yeah.
Big waste of money.
Oh, and they clearanced them
Return
out.
that within the next week.
Yeah, good man. They clearanced those out recently. It took them like almost half a year or a year, so. At least they're starting to get rid of the 6-inch. I haven't had that written down, but I do want to show some photos. I got the Dewback, and I got we already have Rey's, but we got a photo of a Dewback and a Stormtrooper. I guess it's coming out painted, and then of course we got the photo of Rey, and then they got a little bit of the land speeder. But what do you guys think of that Dewback?
It looks pretty good. I love the creatures of Star Wars. So it like I said before, it all depends on when it's coming out because JP comes first. But that one I'm assuming will probably go on clearance, just like how the other vehicle human sets go. So maybe I'll wait for that before I jump on it. But I mean, the set looks pretty good. They definitely should continue doing more of these vehicle sets because it's working out. I mean, all of them have turned out pretty well.
Yeah, the only issue with them though is that they have a hard time selling through, and that's kind of been the case with any of these vehicles. And even if you go back to like 2013, 2014, when they did the speeder bike or Jabba the Hutt, I mean, those got clearanced out like hardcore, and that's still been going on with Race Speeder. Last week there was a day where Amazon had the Land Speeder for $20, and
Wow.
Race Speeder's been like $27 for like most of this past week. So I like the dewback, and I saw it at Comic-Con, and what I like about it is that in the prequels they actually redesigned the dewback a little bit. So for the Black Series 6-inch, they actually took the design from the original trilogy. So it's going to have the classic look. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be at least $50. It might be 60 maybe, but it looks really cool. There's a lot of nice detail there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so we talked really quickly just about those guys. You know, I didn't have my notes. I did find a cool photo of them. Do you want to talk I think it's $100 solo Kessel Run Falcon? I guess that's it. The giggle's a yes. It was shown off. It has blast off panels. A figure fits in the cockpit. Figure accessory storage, aka he can, lie down on his back. You can put the panel over him. And then he comes with looks like gas or propane or something. I'm showing off photos for the live stream. Apparently people were impressed by it at Toy Fair, but I'm just looking at it and just like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like just real quick, I don't know if you already read the description. I don't remember if it was Entertainment Weekly or who it was, Gizmodo or I don't remember who it was
I think it was EW.
announced these earlier this week. But yeah, probably they get everything, even though they have nothing to do with toys.
Right.
But there's kind of like I think it's a spoiler personally in their description on there. I guess if you watch a review, maybe it'll be a spoiler too. But anyway, yeah, it does have some features. What is absolutely laughable about this, though, is that it only has one seat in the cockpit.
I know.
And and if you look at the photos, it also shows the figure like laying in the back. Like I don't know if that's like the captain's quarters or something. But the only reason they really did that, I think, is because you wouldn't even be able to stand a figure in there. It's not wide enough to stand a figure in there. So it's really laughable that they would actually try and do something like this for $100. That's absolutely abysmal. I'm not saying I wouldn't pick it up, but I wouldn't pick it up at $100. I mean,
Right.
Clearance, sure, but they're out of their minds.
Yeah, Nick, you're big into vehicles. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I love Star Wars vehicles, but I feel like I've made huge mistakes in buying every single one of them I have in the past because, they haven't gone up in value. If anything, they've gone down. And they're all basic. And, I mean, the solo Kessel Run Falcon does look pretty good, I guess. But still, the price points on these bigger vehicles are way too much money. They're obviously made of a very cheap-looking plastic. I mean, if you look at the Walmart exclusive X-Wing that was released for The Force Awakens, I mean, that one is really, really, really cheap-looking. And they haven't really improved. I went to Target today just to see what they had, and you look at whatever toys are left, and it's all the rejects, and there's plenty of vehicles left over because they're all pretty bad. So that's the thing. Hasbro either has to make them cheaper or has to improve the plastic quality.
Yeah, you're the one that bought that, is it $130? The Force Awakens Falcon with the Nerf darts?
Yeah, I literally have that and the Rogue One ACT just sitting in my basement.
Oh man, I'm so glad I
room.
took that back. Oh my god, I paid my cell phone bill for the month. You're like, dude, do a review, do a skit, do this, do that. And I'm like, it's so small. It's so small. And the video that made me go, I'm taking it back, or photo, I saw like Jyn Erso, like you can fold out like the sides, the top of the body. And I saw that Jyn Erso was taller than the actual opening of that area. I'm like, I'm taking it back. I don't know what the hell's up with this solo like area. Figure fits in cockpit. It's like the middle of the damn ship. I'm like, okay. The hell's that about? Hasbro. And I like how he's sitting up. You gotta lay them down from to actually with the lid to close. If anyone's watching on the live stream, so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, $100 is better than $130, right? Wink, wink. So it says on the box here. Does anyone else want to talk about the ship or no? Anything else to say?
I'm good unless Nick does.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, so real quickly, switching into the basic figures, it looks like on this custom run Falcon, you get Force Link 2.0. So we have ourselves some Force Link figures, and I'll show off the Force Link right now. Oh shit, Force Link 2.0, Bluetooth, can be updated via an app. It can be expanded and be less planned obsolete, apparently. Can recognize figures, 2 can fight. I think it says $8, but I doubt that's going to be $8. I don't know. Did anybody care about the Force Link bracelet or nah?
Honestly, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, I think it's better than a bunch of random like pack-ins that like look like garden tools. But
True.
I'm okay with it. I mean, if they're gonna do something, I mean, I actually was a little bit impressed with it. Like, I didn't think I was gonna really care for it. I remember when they did it back in 1999 for the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad. I mean, the only issue that I've had with it is that the actual device itself, it's kind of finicky, so it doesn't always work. But and also the fact that some of the figures don't have the actual actors' voices. Some do, some don't. But I mean, other than that, it's actually not too bad.
Nick, are you interested in this or no?
Not really. I mean, I think I've taken some tips from you and just completely dropping the 3 3/4 inch basic line altogether.
Yeah.
I think the line has really gone downhill. I haven't seen a new figure on shelves since probably October, maybe November, when I found Ben Kenobi and Yoda, and I have not yet seen anything from the Wave 2. So I think the line is really going downhill. Everything that, the only ones you find are Paige and Rose. You get the Wampa, or not the Wampa, the Rathtar set. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that nobody cares about, and that Force Link is always there in plentiful amounts. So, at this point, I could really care less about that line.
I mean, the Force Link, like Victoria said, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this cool little chip that can talk. And, I mean, I could barely get that thing to work in the store, the old Force Links. I'm like, I want to hear what he says. And I just kept on pressing the damn button and bringing the Kylo Ren figure over. It just wasn't working. But if it's for kids, I mean, it's fine. But we're going to switch into 3 3/4 inch now. I guess all of them are Force Links. We got Han Solo, Chewbacca, Kira, the Mimbian, Mybin, Stormtrooper, the Range Trooper, Snoke. And then I guess K2SO, we got some photos of him. A reissue just for the Force Link. A Maz reissue just for the Force Link. And then Luke Skywalker Exiled just for the Force Link reissued. These are all $8. Are you interested in any of these 5 points of articulation, Victoria?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think that the quality actually improved a little bit, like from like the Rogue One to Last Jedi. Last Jedi weren't too bad. They made some improvements with articulation and sculpts and stuff. I haven't had a problem personally, like finding like the more recent wave, like with the Island Journey Rey and who else is in there? DJ, the Jedi Exile Luke. I mean, those aren't too hard to find around here. So I feel like, at least in my area, I know everywhere is different, but it's been a little bit better lately. The only thing is, for Last Jedi, they only really released 2 waves, so it was a really small line. I mean, these look okay. I'm probably not going to like collect them all. I might buy a couple. But what is kind of nice is, they are going to have the Vintage Collection Snoke, but last year they also did the BB-8 playset, which had a 3 3/4 inch 5 POA Snoke. They're re-releasing that into the Han Solo 5 POA line, so that'll be nice.
That is nice. It's not just an exclusive. Nick, I'm assuming you said no, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, this is the main reason why I got it. I really wanted 3 3/4 inch to be great, but fuckers. I don't know. They're just. I guess last thing, unless you want to keep talking about the 3 3/4 inch guys. Well, it looks like that's it. I don't have any photos of Han Solo's Kessel Run Millennium Falcon Lego. Do we want to talk about that? Or nah?
Sure.
All right, we'll show that off, and we'll talk about the only Lego set that they showed off for 140 freaking bucks. Let's see if I can get a good photo of it here. How many pieces? Let's just switch over here, see if I can get it. There you go, live stream, folks. In a couple months, I guess this is for the upcoming film, or for Force Friday, I should say. It's 1,414 pieces. It features the iconic spacecraft, youthful versions of Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Lando Calrissian. However, this effectively the youth can be rendered in a minifig form. It comes with Kira, Kessel Droid. Holy shit, I guess I'm wrong. It says $170. That's gotta be wrong. I thought it was 140. Do you know what the price was?
I don't know.
Alright, let's see these photos here. Well, if it's 140 bucks, would you be interested in buying it or no?
Nope.
Nope. How about you, Nick?
Nope.
Nope. Let's see if I had ad block on this. Space.com. See if they'll show off the photos now. No, I don't want to add. It's not showing anything off. Great. Awesome. Good job, Space.com. Let's go to Gizmondo UK. I like the UK. There we go. There we go. All right. Cool. Here we go. We got some photos for everybody. It looks like you can fit 2 people in the cockpit, though. So, yay. Compared to Hasbro's. It looks like the same exact one, except the modded front, obviously, for the Kessel Run or whatever the hell is reasoning is the mod of the front of the Falcon. But it looks like otherwise the same exact one from The Force Awakens, which was small. It's not the big $800 collector's edition. The Lando looks pretty cool. I don't know. I guess it looks like the actor, the Han Solo. But the Lando looks pretty good. Looks like Donald Glover. Chewbacca looks like shit, but that's just Lego. Kira looks not so much like Amelia, and there's like this red-looking droid. But, Lego. I really wanted that Force Awakens Falcon, too, because I love that film, and it was 130 bucks. I was waiting for it to go on clearance, but it never did. So, do you guys have any Falcon Legos, or nah?
No.
No? How about you, Nick?
Nope.
Just the Hasbro one?
I wish.
You should sell the Hasbro one and buy the eBay, or go on eBay and get like the actual Lego one instead.
Yeah, that'd probably be a better deal, but I don't know. I might have to sell them both in bulk and then be able to afford one of those Legos, because I don't think anybody was wanting to spend any money on those Force Awakens Falcon and the ACT.
Is there anything else Toy Fair wise we would like to talk about?
Apparently, Chris Likes Dino said there might be some cool things tomorrow from Jurassic World. He said he's meeting with Mattel.
Oh, yeah?
So that might mean we'll be seeing some classic line stuff tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Who knows?
Huh. Well, I'm not going to live stream again, but Mattel should have put this stuff out today, damn it. We got some cool stuff. Go ahead.
I think they definitely wanted to showcase all of the Fallen Kingdom line stuff the first days, just because it's the most fresh and new, the most relevant. So maybe there's a chance we'll get the new stuff tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe we won't, and they'll just pop up in stores.
Yeah. Does anybody know where that photo of the little like legacy of like the one with Alan Grant and the compy, like all the dinosaurs all like professionally done? Does anybody know where that came from?
No.
I saw it on Twitter, but I don't know who started it.
Yeah, I think I got it from Bryce or somebody, or Jurassic Outpost. But I wonder where that came from. I'd like to see a really high quality version of that, number one. Number two, it's just like, what you have different products there, and you didn't show them off. Like, that makes no sense. I don't know, maybe they have a Trump card, as Miss Sloan likes to say. Not because Donald Trump. Douchebag. A Trump card is like you from Miss Sloan, the movie starring Jessica Chastain, the very beautiful Jessica Chastain. You pull it out, and you have it hidden the whole time, and you kind of outdo the other person. So maybe they're going to show classic line stuff tomorrow. If Chris Lifestyle says that, he's a pretty reliable guy, so I'm not going to do another live stream. We'll just tweet about it. So anything else besides classic line possibly tomorrow? You want to talk about it or no?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
All right, cool. I guess we'll outro it. This has been 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 25 seconds. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's the longest live stream I ever had in my life. Thank you. Jay's not here anymore. But thank you, Jay, for coming on. We already said bye to him. Thank you, Nick, for coming on. Just in the nick of time. Pun intended. And then Victoria, thank you for joining me. You came in. We were pretty much in the midst of the Jurassic Park stuff, and I'm glad we could talk Star Wars. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, hopefully we do another one like this. This was great. I don't know. That was very tiring, though. I'm ready to go to bed. But thank you, Mattel. You listened for, like, I would say 90% of my wish list. So that's freaking amazing. Thank you. Thanks, everyone in the chat. There was a record today. I think it was almost like 100 people. So that was pretty awesome. Of course, because dinosaurs and other things. But thanks, everyone, for listening, watching. And Carlos donated $5. That helps out my internet bill. Thanks, everyone, for listening once again, and my co-host. And next live stream might be WWE Unboxing Live, which is Sunday the 25th. Yep, so pretty much in a week after the Elimination Chamber at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So thanks, guys. Peace out. Bye.